All right, we are live. Hello, everybody. Happy weekend to you. Hope you're having amazing moments. And as always, excited to see what messages come through from Spirit today. What are we going to learn about life today? So, before we get into all that, though, let's come back to this moment. We'll use the singing bowl and bring some love into the moment as well, raise our low vibration. But for our centering, let's take a big deep breath. And as we do, just think about something that you're grateful for in this moment. That'll help us raise our love vibration. In gratitude, it helps us come back to this moment and realize what we are grateful for. It brings us out of the future, brings us back from the past, brings us out of the chaos to right here, right now. So take a big deep breath in, hold it as long as you like, and release. But what are we grateful for? So here we go. Big deep breath. Beautiful. And you don't have to stop with one thing. You can list a bunch of things you're grateful for if you want to raise that love vibration, right? And then as we hit the singing bowl, just imagine a big cascade of beautiful, eternal, unconditional love energy, the essence of the mother and father of all things. Let that fill us up. Fill up our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our energy field, just everything of us first, and then let it flow out to the world and do what it wants to do in the world to for the highest, for the collective of all the souls on the planet, bringing to light capital T truths, filling positions of authority with those of unconditional love energy, the highest vibrations, so that we can help the whole planet evolve and raise its love vibration. So I'll hit it 3 times. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that. Beautiful, beautiful energy. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Shout out to my YouTube channel members. You can see their names in green with their badges. Moonlight 5. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. So welcome, welcome. Thanks for returning, all of my tribe and my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I love your energy, your sense of humor, all the love energy, and your thirst from hearing from spirit. Oh yeah, we got our beautiful amethyst here today, visiting us over here with all the cards. And And if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Well, there's always room for one more beautiful soul. So welcome aboard. Um, how the free readings work, we do go down in order. First come, first serve down the chat. The chat is it. There's no special list. The chat is that. We try to kind of keep it simple. Excuse me. And so I just go down in order. All you have to do is, of course, be a subscriber, and then just put your question out there. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can ask for just a general reading. Free readings, we pull one to two cards for those, and we'll see what spirit brings through. If anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I step outside of the free readings, dive deeper, pulling more cards for those too, and then I return back. If you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat, or in the description box of the video, I do have four other, the Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square. Whatever where you want to donate is perfect. And I don't have set dollar amounts. I know the cost of living is different across the world, across the states, even in the United States. So whatever you're able to give from your heart is the perfect amount. Um, yeah, I think that's it for that. And then after that, any of my monthly YouTube channel membership members, they become their secondary priority after the donations. And so I take care of their free readings first, and then I move on to the other ones. I'm on for about 2 hours. Often I don't get to all of the free readings on these 2 days, on Friday nights and Saturday morning, Saturday night. But I definitely try. But if you want to make sure I get to you, being a YouTube channel member or a donation, I will make sure you get your message today. Um, in the evenings, I'm on for 2 hours, and then I head off to spend time with my Praying Mantis members. Sunday's a little different in that Sunday morning, I'm on for 2 hours. I go spend an hour with my Praying Mantis members. I go eat, and then I come back and I finish all free readings from that day. So if you've been trying Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, Sunday, just know I will get you a message by the end of day on Sunday for those that are there. So I like that. um, oh, and if you're interested in being one of my YouTube channel members, I can't believe it's almost the end of October. On the first of the month, YouTube does give me 10 of my Zen Cricket. I have two levels, Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis. It gives me 10 of my Zen Cricket to give away. And so we're coming up here. Next Saturday will be the first Saturday after the first. You just have to make sure to have your little gift acceptance turned on, and then you're eligible to receive. And then I just click a button. Spirit and YouTube decide who wins. But I'll pick like 5 in the morning on Saturday morning and 5 in my evening session on Saturday. So if you're interested, make sure that's clicked on. And if you want to sign up regardless, my Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. My Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. In addition to getting prioritization in these sessions, all my YouTube channel members, they get a 2-hour session on Wednesday evening. And then my Praying Mantis members have an extra one on Thursday for 2 hours, as well as an hour after my Friday and Saturday evening sessions and my Sunday session. So advanced access or additional access to readings, you get all that. And I have some other things I'm planning. I'm beginning my planning for 2025 because it's only a few weeks away, isn't it? Before we know it, it's going to be 2025. But yeah, so and there's information. There's a link in the description box down below. All right, blah, blah, blah. Enough of all that. Let's get into it. I'm going to be using the Storyteller Tarot today. This is what the box looks like. This is the book, but the box looks the same. If you're interested in picking those up, wherever you pick up your tarot. And thought there was a little gnat. Hello. Must have woken up from the plant over there. All right. Gnats to me are representations of expectations. So whenever I see one, I check my expectations and release. We have a belief gnats shouldn't be in the house, but obviously they are, or they wouldn't be. Sorry, my pipes are still clearing this morning. Welcome fall. All right. So, okay, I did that. Let me get that out of the way here. So I do up first, I have Day Baby. You will be up first. I got your via the Cash App early this morning. So you are all over it, ready for messages. So you'll be up first. And then Supernova, Triple Threat, Boom Boom Boom. And then Lydia. And then let me check the timestamps here. See, if you don't want to get killed, Nat, you need to go away. Um, and then Moonlight 5. Let's see. Yeah, Moonlight 5, and then Maria, and then Jeep, and then back to Nova. So that's where we're at for the donations right now. All right. Thank you guys again for being here and all the thumbs up. That's what everybody can do for free, and it helps spread the Zen love. So you're part of the love tsunami, helping spread the love. So thank you guys. All right. So Day Baby, thank you for your donation via the Cash App. And you want it for whatever comes out. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Move the mouse over here. Okay. All right. Let's see what's coming in here. There's this interesting energy here for you, which is there's 4 cards started out together and then they separated. So there's something about division or something about a separation that's coming in. Are you going to talk on the microphone here, Mr. Nat? I'll try not to. He's like right in here. Can you guys hear him? Is he saying something special to you? Not anymore. He was saying goodbye. Okay, sorry about that. So I do feel like there's this energy of clarity, of separation coming in, because you do have the Page of Spikes, which is the Page of Swords, which is clarity. So I feel like if there felt like there's been something foggy, it's like the fog is splitting up. There's this opening that's coming. And underneath that, you do have also, wow, all this, you got a lot of thinking going on, don't you? Because you also have the Two of Swords, which is kind of like standing at a crossroads. So there's like all this stuff, and then it separates into two, and there's a way to move through it, but you're needing to make a decision. And you have the peace of mind and clarity again with the Four of Swords, the Four of Spikes. So let's see what these two choices are, and then we'll see what that result is here too. So on one side, okay, you got the nines going on here. Yeah. So the Nine of Scepters, the Nine of Wands would represent the wall around abundance and around feeling fulfilled and whole in the outside world. With two nines, very self-reflective, and trying to find like it's like trying to find independence, financial independence, physical independence in a way. Maybe I want to live on my own, or I want my own money. I don't want to depend on someone else. It all has to do with independence and having this wall trying to get through, right? That's on one side. The other side, yeah, is victory and abundance. And it feels like here, with the Six of Wands, mutual kind of benefit with this King of Pentacles, which would be, I normally don't see it this way, but I see it as someone that can help provide. So either that would be, well, do I want to enter this partnership or roommate situation or something where you're in partnership or dependent, not like codependent, but it's like if you get an apartment, a 2-bedroom, this is the example they're giving to me in my head. And you're like weighing it out, going, well, you know, I could get into this apartment and if they pay half the rent, but then also that'd be the same amount I would pay in an apartment by myself. But we also split the utilities, we split this, and so it's beneficial. interdependent, I guess is a good word instead of codependent. And it's like, do I want that or do I want to be on my own? That's the kind of feeling I feel it has to do with the physical world. And, this is the decision that you have, I feel like kind of along those lines of that energy coming up. Let's see, will this help you? These other two cards here. Yeah. So the Seven of Pentacles is about the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. And but it's also this energy of once the fruit starts to grow, is it really what I'm wanting? And this Knight of Spikes, here's all that thinking, allows you to see it from a different perspective, but you know, don't feel like you have to rush in making a decision. With the Seven of Pentacles. But what I and this is interesting how they're bringing it in because it's like get away from everything and just sit and use your imagination. Really sit in here and kind of see the two possibilities in the future and allow yourself to see the movie play out independent and maybe it's a little more expensive or interdependent and see how you feel in the energy of sitting in within each. So with whatever decision you have to make, they're kind of saying just picture each decision in your mind and just feel into it. Close your eyes and open your heart and see how you're going to feel in the moment. It's like, well, I like the more money, but I also it just feels cramped and it feels um like less peace and I don't feel like I don't like it, right? Or you're like, oh yeah, I do feel like I don't want to be by myself. I want someone, but I'll find someone who's quiet that, we both spend a lot of time in our own rooms and but we have coffee together and but then we're okay to go back and, you know, not speak. But anyway, I like this energy coming in here for you. Hopefully that resonates for you. Let's give you your fortune cookie here through these Akashic Truth Oracle. Let's see what else they want you to know here. All right. And you've got, yeah, rewards and recognition. It says, congratulations, your hard work will soon pay off and take you in the direction of your dreams. Acknowledge your efforts and own your power. I like that. You deserve to live, or, when these choices are being made, choose for you. Don't go, well, supposed to this, supposed to that. That's when you close your eyes to get out of your head and to drop into your heart and realize I deserve to live how I want to live. So what choice do I want to make for me? Not everyone else. Everyone else will get over it, but you have to live with it. So make a choice for you. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, day baby. So many blessings to you. All right. So let's shuffle these up. And Nova, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your multiple donations here. So we'll start off with number one. You're welcome, Dave Sturgis. All right. Hopefully that resonated for you. All right. So Nova, Nova, Nova. There it is, number one. All right. So, what does Kurt want you to know about getting rest for your sickness and wound and recovery from it, right? Question for Kurt. Isn't that called just being lazy, Kurt? I don't know. I can't even play guitar. No. Resting to recover from surgery is what the body requires. It's called being smart, Kurt says, because if you don't take time to heal correctly, it'll take longer to heal, and that just drags it out. But your body, you're honoring your body, you're loving your body when you're going, I'm going to rest for you because I want you to recover quickly, right? So I like that. Let's see what else he wants you to know about resting. Being called to cards over here, but I feel like This one's the first one. You must be going to get more oracle for other questions. 'Cause they're like, and that one, and then that one. All right. So this is the Star Temple Oracle. Let's see what he wants you to know here. So Kurt, what do you want to know about resting? Okay. Yeah. Got the universal midwife with birth. Look at nurturing, right? I feel like this, and that's Maya, a birth, fruitful, and sacred assignments. Let's take a look. So I do feel this energy of like the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, that comes in with that. And there is this um so it's like when someone's carrying a baby, they usually they'll start taking prenatal vitamins to help make sure the baby's getting the nutrition they need. They stop smoking, they stop drinking alcohol, they stop doing things that could hurt the baby, and they spend a lot of energy building this body within this child, right? This And it takes energy, and mamas get tired, so they're not being lazy, they're caring for this little child that's within them growing, right? And this is how he's bringing it in, just to show you that you are nurturing your body like a mother nurtures a child, and it's okay to do that. It's not lazy, it's nurturing, it's important for the growth, right? So let's see what else he brings in here. Through the universal midwife, I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. Again, the star words that come with the card are fertility, begin, and open. Oh my gosh, I love it. A Star is Born is how it starts off, which is a movie, of course, if you haven't seen it, with Barbara Streisand and of course the most recent one, I believe that was the remake, right? With Lady Gaga. Anyway, it says a star is born. Maya, the universal midwife, supports you in opening wide to conceive, receive, and consciously deliver your divine creation. So it's important to sit in that divine femininity of allowing stuff to come to you. Divine masculine energy is go, 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 do, action, action, action. Divine feminine is allowing yourself to receive and grow and nurture. And this is consciously deliver your divine creation. So this is the birthing phase of a cohesive consciousness born from the sacred marriage of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, which is, it's funny because you usually get the Empress card. And recently um I discovered in it was one of the books I was reading around with tarot that came with these a tarot deck, and they talked about the Empress because you have the Magician card is number one, the High Priestess is number two, divine masculine, divine feminine. The Empress is the birthing, like this, where it is the combination of when divine masculine joins divine feminine, baby, this birthing. And this is what's coming in here is you're balancing action with receiving and nourishing yourself too. Yeah, exactly. And that's your favorite movie. I love it. So you're entering a new era in which the feminine ascends and comes into balance with the masculine. So connect to the nurturing energy of Maya as the spiral of creation weaves together in euphoric unison, and you birth a baby, blessed beginning or mission. So um, you are you're saving up here. Yeah, caught a cold, right? So, excuse me. It's important for you to nurture the little baby self here. So he's definitely not saying you're lazy. No one, no one in their right mind that doesn't that fears death would ever tell a pregnant woman, "You're being lazy." They wouldn't last very long. One, it's not true, but look out, rawr, mama bear. All right, yeah, I like this forgiveness. Forgiving yourself and letting go of the judgment and the harshness with which you judge yourself. So withholding forgiveness only hurts you and prolongs the pain. It's time to forgive someone or maybe even yourself so you can stay on the path of your highest potential. So, lazy is a judgment, and I know my mom had a huge um challenge with feeling lazy, and she wasn't. I mean, she never sat down. Like, if she sat down to watch a TV show, she felt guilty. She would get up and always be doing something, and it goes back to her childhood and, earlier in life, even the earlier marriage days with my dad when she didn't work, and he'd come home and, "What did you do all day?" And she was like, caring for 2, she had a 3-year-old and a newborn, me. She's like, I can imagine. "Did you think of ending his life?" I have to ask my mom. "Did you think when he came home and said that stuff that you're like, 'I'll show you not being lazy,'" you know? But, but that is good. Yeah, even when you're not sleeping, always sending you energy and positivity. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens, that's normal. The human body, it's spending our energy repairing itself, so we don't have a whole lot of extra energy, so play video games, sleep, Um, yeah, and the, the recreating and filling up the gaping hole in your arm, it all takes energy, so yeah, I like that. So lighten up on yourself, and even when you're sitting there, this is a good time to, even though you can't really write or play or do anything, you can process and release emotion as it comes up. Go, yeah, what is this laziness? Where does this come from? Who told me I was lazy? And that's the forgiveness too, right? I'm going to forgive them because obviously they had issues with being lazy and being told because they were judging other people. So it's a mirror. Oh, okay. So they had a fear of being called lazy, and so they project it outward, in them as well. Um, yeah, so definitely, you have that opportunity. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. What a great, and I bet everyone can relate to that in some way. And so what a perfect name of a song, "Hey, lazy girl." I could see it on an album, "Lazy Girl." "What you doing? Why you sitting around?" Repairing. I like that. Or robot girl, right? That's being repaired or something like that. Anyway, but so some opportunities to convert that into a song, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this life is like a video game anyway, right, everybody? It's like this is the illusion. We're just playing a video game. It's one of the lives that we're living. And, I always like that analogy because we choose if you ever play like a war game where you choose like what character you want and you have to choose your power. You can only choose a few out of the long list and, all right, I want that, I want that, I want that. And then they come with challenges, if you ever saw, was it Jumanji? Yeah, Jumanji, right? Where they would they have weaknesses like, "What? Eating cakes," and they explode. It's like, "What?" Anyway, that's kind of what life is. All right. All right, so that's for your first one. Thank you so much for that. And then number 2, thank you for your additional donation. What do the spirit guides want you to know? Something new, something cool. All right. We love something new, right? I was being drawn to this deck here, which is the Ancient Stones Oracle. All right. Let's see what spirit wants you to bring here through these oracle. All right, there it is already. Boom, boom. Oh, of course. We'll see what they're going to offer here. You got creativity. Go figure. Creative expression and trust your vision. So let's see what comes in here. So it says, as the great Michelangelo said, the sculptor sees the statue in the stone before they even begin. They receive the inner vision of what they're being called to create, and they let themselves be moved. I like that. Nature must be the best muse around, her effortless beauty inspiring artists through the ages. This is the card of the artist, the creative that we all have within us. Do you have a creative idea that you're being called to bring to life? No crap, right? Is there a creation that's been asking you to show up to it? A book, a painting, a business, a project? The creativity card is a sign to tend to your creations each and every day and bring them to life. There are ideas that are wanting to be expressed and breathed into life. Concepts and wisdom that's longing to be brought into the physical, etched into stone, made possible with your creative action. This is cool. Creativity is your natural state, for life itself is creative. You're a creative being, and the more you creatively express yourself, the more alive you'll likely feel. I feel like that's the new and cool thing, is that creativity is your natural state. It's not something you occasionally do. It's when you're not distracted by other things, you return to the true essence of who you are. And the more you create, the more you feel like yourself, which I know you know that. Let yourself be a channel for the creations that are ready to be born. Again, the birthing of things, right? I mean, you had the birthing of things. I lost my place. Hold on. Okay. The artist is the vessel by which beauty and consciousness can be birthed upon the world. To sit in that power. Creativity is a mystical act, for it requires that we merge with the sacred to birth something new. And through the expression of beauty and consciousness, it breathes life into the beholder, too. Like the ancient stones, your creations have the chance to outlive you. They're a way for you to leave your mark on the world, to say, I truly was here. A soul inquiry that you can do while you're in between games. What creations are you being called to bring into form? So, specifically, not just generally, but I feel like that's a specific energy. So, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I don't know if this one, oh, maybe. I don't know. The Ancient Stones. It's a fairly newer deck, so maybe you did get it. But I do like this for you because and it's not to, you know, like you have like voice recorder on your phone, right? You can hit it and go, song about lazy girl, you know. And if you think of words, look, you can do that, or you can be like, If you think of a rhythm, you can go da 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 la 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 blah blah blah. You can save these, right? And then once you're able to write things down, then you can. But there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But resting is important. They're telling you that it's all about birthing, and that's why they wanted that other card first. Is it takes time to rest, and you're transforming physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's part of the journey. So all of that, each step is you know what's coming on there, right? Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, and you have detach for your fortune cookie for this one, which says you're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. So trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. So, I gotta. That's pressure and judgment instead of focusing on coming back and to that natural state of creativity and allowing yourself to flow with that, right? Yeah. Yep. So yeah, like I said, just take your ideas down and let that be your um once you're able here, and you said like 3 to 4 weeks, then you can take it from your video and put it in writing in your little idea book, right? And then go, all right, here we go. Now, what am I going to do specifically, right? So I like that. but but rest, allow yourself that part of the journey, and reflecting is good. All right. And even when you sleep a lot, especially right around now, we've got a lot of I mean, I've been dreaming like crazy, man. Just dreams, 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 dreams. And so spirit will communicate to you through your dreams too. So when you wake up, if you remember a dream, mention that too and see what you see from it, right? All right. And then, so thank you for that one. Number two. Number three, the microphone sticker there. Thank you for your third donation. And there you go. So, what else does Kurt, the lovely, sweet spirit guide, want you to know? You're so funny. So, they also wanted to go to this one. The Sacred Destiny Oracle. Interesting. All right. Let's see. So, what should they want you to know? Like a gateway with a unicorn. Let's see what they want you to know here. So there are places on the planet where the veil between the physical realms and the mystical dimensions is especially thin. And these places are called portals, vortexes, or spirit gateways. In mythology, they are revered as places where things beyond ordinary reality can occur. Mystics, visionaries, and shamans can traverse this realm and the next through these places. In Celtic traditions, the wee folk, wee folk, fairies and elves, easily move through these portals and have access to these magical places. The Enchanted Valley is the place where these portals often appear. So I love that. And they want you to know that this sacred landscape wants you to know magic is afoot. Wondrous events are unfolding. Profound revelations and inner illuminations are close at hand. And it is now much easier to manifest your dreams. This is an excellent time to take action on your visions for your future. A small amount of action now will generate much bigger results. Gateways to spirit are opening, and there are places where the veil is especially thin. Fairies and elves are supporting you. Wonders are blossoming in your life. Watch for them. Open your heart to hallowed, holy, magical energy. The more you become aware of the small marvels in your life, the more they will grow in magnitude. Wow. So this is a great opportunity for you while you're, you know, able to focus and not have to do, I mean, not be able to do a whole lot. Yeah, it's like you're telling you to chill out, right? Yeah, where you're able to sit and focus on gratitude for all the small things that have happened. And that changes the energy. We kind of go back to the he kind of focuses on gratitude, 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 right? And when we can recognize the small miracles and believe that the elves and the fairies and all these beings have our back and want us to be able to express this beautiful energy and our experiences to the world, it's an amazing thing, you know. Um, I was listening, was it today or last night? It was over the last couple of days. I was listening to um, a video about the energy of this weekend, and one of the questions they asked is because it's an opportunity for identifying what is the message that you to give to the world. And one of the big things that they mentioned in their video was yeah, it was the rewilding with I've shared her videos before. It's rewilding with Sabrina, I forget her last name. It says Sabrina Lily or Sabrina, but she said, "Look at what you've experienced. What have been your biggest challenges in your life that has allowed you to become an expert and to be able to share the wisdom that you glean through it all." So that's something that, you can look at with that too, right? Yeah. Yeah, right? So much to be grateful for when we just are able to sit and realize just looking around our room, it's like, I'm grateful I have a roof over my head that doesn't leak, and I'm grateful for windows that keep out bugs, and I'm grateful for heat during the winter and air conditioning if I have it during the summer. If not, I'm thankful for fans. And who invented refrigeration? Thank you for inventing refrigeration. And I have running plumbing and electricity and you know commodes inside instead of having to go outside and battle the bugs for the commode in a stinky place. And there's just so much that we can continue to go on and on and on and on, right? That goes with that. So I like that. Yeah. And here you have an opportunity. He's all listen. And it says, you've been asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. There's the wisdom, sharing the wisdom of what you've learned in your life, because you've been through a lot for being 19, and it allows you to be an expert. The more things that we go through, the more we're able to share the wisdom that we gleaned with others. So I feel like that's an important piece of that too. Stinky is a funny word. Yeah. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for that. And I see you have another one. So we'll be back to that here as well. Hey, Anjali, I see your question. I know sometimes on your side, you don't see that it's been posted, but you've posted it 4 times, so you don't need to post it anymore. I do see it. For anyone new coming in, I do prioritize donations first. So I do those. I step out of the free readings to complete all those. And after I'm done with that, then I return back to the free readings for my YouTube channel members, my memberships, and then onto the other free readings. So okay, in either case, the message is the same to you, so you don't need to post it anymore. All right. So, thank you again, Nova, for your multiple donations. So, we'll be back to your other one I see here after a few. All right. And then up next, we've got Lydia. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here since it lets me do those. And you wanted to know, how is Javier doing now and any changes with him since your last contact? What he thinks of us now, and does he have any intentions towards you? All right. So let's take a look here and see what we have here. So, how is he doing now? Let's take a look here. We've got those. And then I feel like any changes here since your last contact, what he thinks of us now. All right. I think you get those two. And then his intentions as those three. All right. So we'll take a look here. Scooch these over. So first, how's he doing now? How's Javier doing now? All right. He's really, and I feel like he's been needing a balance in the outside world. Anyway, the bottom of the deck, we had the three of coins. Let's see. I can show here. The three of pentacles, which is about community and but more so about being true to their authentic selves and having this need to really find out who are they. It's like they're in this transformational time in their life, like their Saturn return, where they're really questioning life and everything they've been told in life. But I like that they've got the two of pentacles is a balancing of the outside world. So things, whatever was going crazy before, seems to have come down. And the page of coins does represent like looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And that's part of their journey of being true to their authentic self, and instead of trying to be a puppet to the whims and desires of the world, trying to make everyone happy and not being able to make anyone happy, right? So I like that, that they're really getting into that knowledge of who they are. Any other changes with him since your last contact? Let's take a look here. Yeah. So we got the two of spikes, the two of swords, which does represent like the two of coins in a way, this making choices, closing their eyes and opening their heart here. Yeah, they even got the two of scepters. So they definitely, this is the two of wands. They've got three twos out of the four twos in the minor arcana suits, does definitely, tell them that they've been making a lot of choice, right? Because it's higher vibration, lower vibration, looking at things from a higher perspective. Also, the making choices out of fear. Like, so they, we're making all these choices about, well, I'm supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, rooted in the small t truths. And, you know, now they're seeing things from a different perspective, a higher perspective, wanting to get out of this cage of thoughts and in those, which, with those two cards, these other two twos, we also had come out with the Queen of Scepters, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Hearts. So the things that they've been going through too is, there's this stepping into their power, stepping into making their decisions and what they're wanting to do and where they're wanting to go. And, they're really realizing, I get to choose what I want to do, where I want to go. And the Eight of Hearts too is about leaving behind emotions that don't serve them anymore, relationships like friendships and family and whoever that don't serve it anymore. They're letting go of old relationships that are unhealthy and old emotions that are unhealthy too. So they've really been doing some significant inner work, I feel, um, since your last contact. Um, and I kind of feel like this is what's been going on in their life. So I like that. And then what does he think of us now? Let's take a look here. Yeah, there is progression. We are going from the Five of Hearts, which is focusing on lower vibration emotion, to the Six of Hearts, which is equal emotion between the two. And the Six of Hearts is also this energy of past life connections, and so with them getting out of this lower vibration fear emotions and letting go of those old emotions that don't help them anymore, and those old the relationships that don't help them anymore has really opened them up more, where they're letting emotion go and transforming, and it's allowing space for higher vibration emotion. And this is where this past life connection comes in, and they're like, there's something that draws you guys together, otherworldly, other lives. It's like what is this that's drawing, and I have this strong connection, and this is like subconscious, that's below the surface, that connects us to the akashic um memories and energies from the past. So you do guys have this connection that comes in with all of that. So I like that. And then so what are his intentions towards you? Let's take a look here. Yeah. So we do have here, we've got the Wisdom King, which is the Hierophant, which is seeing things from a higher perspective. Seeing, it's like they're seeing the capital T truths, like we were talking about, and letting go of the fears, the Nine of Spikes. So all of these fears they have around love and everything that comes in, right? Because here you have the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups, and I like this energy, because there is this, the intentions are to find the love for themselves so they can give it, because they can't give more love than they have for themselves, right? And so um they are wanting to fill up and raise their love vibration so I can give you more, because none of us can give something to others that we don't have for ourselves first. So love, if I don't have a whole lot of self-love, if I have this much, that's all I can give. But if I expand that, then I can give and receive love more to the people in the outside world. And so I feel like their intentions are to be able to share love with you, but they've got to find their capital T truth and get rid of all this stuff that's been holding them down so that they can give more. So I like that. The Ace of Cups does tell me that, they do want to share love, but they've got to be able to find it for themselves first, or they don't have a whole lot of it to give. And, it's like someone giving you a nickel. And you're like, you know what? I think you need this more than me. Why don't you just keep that for yourself? So I like that the awareness that they're coming in here. And like I said, there seems like they're doing a lot of inner shadow work, and evolving and transformation in their lives too. Let's give you your fortune cookie here. See what else they want you to know here. All right. Yeah, consider the options. So it says you've narrowed your focus to one desired outcome, and you might be missing a bigger opportunity. Open up and let the universe send you the highest possible result. And that makes sense. When it comes to relationships and love, we're taught, this is what love has to look like, or else you're unlovable, unacceptable. So we get a lot of rules of supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and blah blah blah, right? That just really restrict us, and it has to, like, we get into this little narrow, like, all right, creator, it has to be this person in this way, in this manner, in this timing. And they're like, well, actually, that sliver of that we're trying to control and put everything into that is on back order for 1,000 years. But if we'll give over relationships and love to the creator and go, I trust you that you will bring the perfect person in the perfect timing in the perfect way, then I can focus on raising my self-love so that I can give and receive love in bigger ways. Because if I love myself this much, excuse me, no matter how much love I want to give, it's just going to trickle in. And no matter how much love someone is to give me, it's also going to just trickle in. So the more I expand my self love, the more I can give and receive love there as well. So that is what they have for you. So thank you again for your donation, Lydia, and many blessings to you. Right. And then up next, we have Moonlight 5. So, Moonlight, thank you again for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. And is your relationship with R a karmic relation? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. One more. All right. So, is your relationship with R a karmic? Like, is there past life connections that you guys are working out? Some experiences? Well, let's take a look here. Yes. I have a few cards that represent past life kind of connections, and the Queen of Cups is one of them. And that's the bottom of the deck. So it tells me right off that, yeah. And we look at karma a little differently. Humans, whenever we get a hold of a belief or wisdom, we tend to taint it and put punishment or comparison or, you know, it's a judgment, into it. And that's kind of what we were like, oh, I have karmic debt, I've got to make up, that's punishment, that's judgment kind of energy. In spirit, when I'm like, well, tell me about this karma, belief, I go, do we have karma debt? And like, no, look at it more this way. And they showed me, it's like, if we're very curious beings who want to know all different viewpoints of something. So if in one lifetime, let's say I'm a slave owner and I've experienced what it is, what slavery is from that viewpoint of being the owner of slaves, right? But in another lifetime, like, all right, now I want to be on this side and be the slave. How is that viewpoint? Not out of punishment, not that I have to make up for anything, but that I want to experience it from this side. And maybe they became the slave owner, or maybe they became a townsperson, and someone who was a townsperson in that other lifetime when you were the slave owner. They were like, okay, I saw it from here being neither of these, but now I want to be this, or maybe I want to be this. And so it's out of curiosity that we want different experiences and, um, to go into that. So I feel like that's, a yes, that there are karmic ties, there's past life connection between the two of you regarding this, right? Um, so let's see what they want you to know here. You got the King of Scepters, which is the King of Wands. That's you have 1, 2, 3, 1. So there's this dance that you guys have been in, and one of the big things that they help you that you both help each other learn in this lifetime is owning your energy, realizing that other people's actions don't control me. I'm the king of my energy. It's like we're taught that when someone does this, this is what it's supposed to mean, the story, the emotion, the energy, our physical action. But when we are taught that growing up, we're like puppets, right? We're at the whim of other people's actions or non-actions, their words or their silence. It's like, oh, now I've got to act like this. But what happens here with the King of Wands is that you get to step into your power and realize I get to choose. No matter what is going on out there, I have the power. I hold the magic scepter. I hold the magic wand for my life. And I don't hold it for anyone else. I can only cast spells upon myself for abundance and higher things or lower vibration experiences. But whatever I focus on is what I grow. Whatever they focus on is what they grow. And I don't control any of that of the outside world. So I like that. That's the first step, right? And then the second one, with two cards, you have the Ace of Coins and the Eight of Spikes, the Eight of Swords. So this is this, learning through each other when it comes through here that the Eight of Swords is like becoming aware of my own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, my own stories that limit me, make me feel small, uh, trapped, limited, powerless. And when I step into my power and I question these stories, wait a minute, you mean what I was told when that happens, when they do that, this means this about me, that's an opinion. It's a lie. It's not true. It doesn't have to be true for me if I don't want it to be. Yep. Freedom, new way of looking at life. This Ace of Pentacles is looking at new opportunities. So as our stories change, our world changes because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So if I got these stories going on, I'm projecting it and seeing the world through those glasses. And if I change my glasses, I see the world differently. And I like that this is what you guys are learning together in the mirroring, right? Yeah. So you have the King of Scepters, you have the Queen of Wands. So the power that you guys hold, again, being emphasized, that comes in here, and the power of emotional choice. You have the Lovers card here, but they're just clarifying that that doesn't necessarily mean you guys will be, romantically connected. In this case, with combination with the Seven of Hearts, the Seven of Cups, is you came here to experience a lot of different emotions and you get to choose. So coming back to that power lies in emotional choice too, of how I want to feel, um, what I want to, you know, um, experience. I get to choose the emotion along with the story. I choose the emotion. I'm sorry, I choose the emotion. You can choose the emotion with your brain, but I choose the emotion I want to feel in whatever situation. Even though we're taught, well, when that happens, I'm supposed to feel this way. It's like, well, I'm feeling this way when that happened. Yeah, but we're choosing that emotion out of reaction, out of habit, out of opinion that was reinforced when we were younger, right? When you see like when a little child, when they first fall down, if everyone goes, "Ah," the child laughs, gets back up, and continues to try to walk. If they fall down and everyone goes, "Oh my god," the child is like, "Something bad has happened," and they cry. They're conditioned by watching everyone else around them growing up on how to respond, but we can change that. We have the power if we just take a big deep breath and step back through it all. I love that. Yeah, and facing our fears with the 3, here's those expectations that we grew up with that they're bringing. It helps us realize through disappointment, right? We have a bunch of supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's about everything that we're taught growing up. And how do we learn to um, overcome those when we don't get what we want, what we think we want, what we've been taught we're supposed to want, right? It's like, if our expectations that we were taught were always fulfilled, we'd never question them. We would be just going with the flow. Why fix something that's not broken, right? But if we face, when reality battles with our expectations, reality wins, but only 100% of the time. It's from Byron Katie. She's hilarious. Amazing, beautiful soul. Um, she's got a great YouTube channel if anyone wants to check her out, and a website with free stuff or process on it called thework.com. TheWork.com. It's great stuff. Wonderful mirroring. But that's what happens when our all of these thoughts and expectations about our reality eventually disappointment, disappointment, disappointment. We're like, why is this happening to me? And then we start questioning our thoughts and beliefs and go, yeah, wait a minute. Does this have to be true? No, I get to change it. So I like that. All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, you have guys have a soul bond, right? Right. And then your fortune cookie here. Let's see what else they have here for the two of you. Yeah, jump into the learning, jump into the process, right? You've been asked, or you're being asked, to take a chance and give whatever you're questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way, right? Meeting all my expectations. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway, and this is that time, you know. And we will like, well, I want the perfect relationship with someone. It's like waiting for the perfect time to have a baby. Never gonna happen, right? Yeah. So I like that. So jumping into what you're wanting, right? And that's the important thing is jumping into life and not thinking that it has to be a certain way. So I love that. All right. You're very welcome. And thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. Shout out here. We got another one of my YouTube channel members, Sean G. Hello, hello. And I think Nelia. Yes. Hey, Nelia. Good to see you too. Shout out to some of my YouTube members. You'll see their names in green with their badges there. All right, let me just double check here. Okay, yep. So we've got coming up next, we've got Jeep and then Nova. Oh, nope, sorry. We got before that, I jumped too far ahead. So we got Maria next, and then Jeep, and then Nova, and then hopefully I'm saying that right. Usha, Sancher, and then Nelia, and then back to Nova, and then Brenda. That's where we are with the donations, just to kind of keep you guys in the loop there. All right, so Maria, you are up next. So thank you for your donation via Z PayPal. Let me just take a quick sip here. All right. So, a Saturday morning version of the days of our lives. Always cracks me up. All right. So, first, we want to know what are Walter's thoughts and feelings towards you today. So let's take a look here. What are the thoughts? What are the feelings? Feelings. I'm gonna start singing an old song. How's his separation coming along? All right. Ooh, and then boom, boom, boom. And then we've got what's coming next for you guys next week. All right. Sorry, I know I make sounds when I see cards, and that's not fair to you guys. But at the bottom of the deck, I'll show you right away. Got the Page of Cups, Page of Hearts. So the underlying energy going on in the storyline for you guys is an increasing love. The page is like number 11. It's messages. The pages are the of the old times. They hear ye. That's the pages, right? So they are bringers of messages of love, but it's also number 11. When you look at the suits, ace through 10, pages are number 11, knights are 12, queens 13, king 14. So this is heightened. Heightened love is growing. This heightened emotion is growing. So you're right. Tell me something we don't know, right? Well, let's take a look here. What are his thoughts first? Yeah. We get a lot of the star card and the nine of cups, which are dreams come true. And their thoughts are like, wow, is this too good to be true? Because now I'm hearing another song. You're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. That's an old song. But yeah, they're just like, wow, so their brain really is looking at your interactions, looking at who you are, what you don't demand, the beautiful way you look at life. Just you're a bright star. When do you see stars? Well, you don't see it during the day very clearly. You see it really much more clearly in the darkness. And so you've really stood out during this kind of challenging time that they've been going through, that it just makes you shine even brighter. And it cracks me up because I do a variety of relationship readings, and it's funny that a lot of times it comes through, it's like, well, that person's ex is like horrible. And we're like, and they go through horrible interactions with them too. And it's like, but in a way, I'm okay with that if I'm like um dating someone that's had horrible exes, because without me even trying, you look so bright because you haven't done those things that we think are just normal. Yeah, no, you just do this. They're like, oh no, that's not normal. I'm so grateful that you think that way. And you're like, really? And it's like, Trust me, blah, 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 and they tell you the stories, you're like, "Whoa, I am a little bit brighter than I thought I was." Not brighter like brighter, but, like, glowing, right? So, I like that kind of energy with the thoughts. Feelings, wow, 10 of hearts, full and overflowing, so that makes sense with that page of hearts because there's the 10 and the knight of spikes as well. So, there's thinking and I do feel like that's new communication too, so I feel like they will be sharing their emotions a bit more, and that makes sense with the page of hearts too, that it's growing there. So definitely full and overflowing energy with that. And then how's the separation coming along? Oh, this was this one. These got one card and then bam, 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 three cards. So let's see what we have happening here. All right. Well, we like the 8 of hearts when it comes to separation because that is leaving behind emotions and relationships that don't serve us anymore. So it is definitely happening. Let's see what these are. These obstacles. Yeah, 3 of spikes, expectations and disappointment. Wow, 7 of spikes. A lot of um, conflicting energy around communication and thoughts and beliefs. But we like the 6 of scepters too, the 6 of wands, because that is victory and movement. So this is happening there. There's a lot of expectations equal disappointment. And the 7 of spikes, this is a lot of deceit and lying. And I feel like there's just more and more coming out in their interactions that's just um, igniting the departure, and because they're trying to work things out as far as how do we separate, how do we you know deal with leases and joint stuff that they bought together, who's going to get the dog. I don't know if they have a dog, but I'm just saying that kind of thing. And it's like, all right, so what's unfolding with that. um So there is a lot of friction that's going on in their communication, but ultimately it works here. So I feel like this flow with the 6 of wands, it's starting to happen. This 8 of cups shows that it is walking away, and there is movement on the separation here. They didn't give me a date or whatever, but I just feel like it's okay. It's gonna all unfold perfectly. Um, and that's okay. We can just let it because that gives time for them to work out their stuff before, because I feel like once they leave, that's just gonna open the floodgates between the 2 of you, and that, you know, isn't necessarily a good thing at this point because we don't wanna leap out of one into another. We want this, patience coming in there. I know. But anyway, that's what they have. And then what's coming next? Week for you and Walter's connection. Yeah. So you got the 5 of hearts, which is movement and transformation of emotion from some lower to the higher. That's coming in there. And the 3 of scepters, the 3 of wands coming in. So I keep on smelling something, not burning. Well, I mean, I've got candles burning, but oh, that's what it is. I have these sage candles that my host gave me that she found. She's like, "I'm not gonna use these here," but not so it's a new smell for me. I'm like, "Do you smell that?" But this is here is the change. It's the change of direction. So it's not a change of like, "Oh, you guys are moving away from each other," but it's a different it's a different scent. It feels differently. Things are unfolding, and it's funny that it's the Trojan horse. There's emotion beneath the surface that reveals itself in a way that um, does, take you guys on an off ramp from the direction that you guys thought. And it's in a positive way, though, Maria. It's I feel like well, we can take this route and it'll take us on this and it'll get it over here. And I'm like, yeah, or we can take this one and it gets us there faster. So I feel like, you know, with all that patience, I see why they were like, patience, patience, patience. But just also know that there's a little bit of extra speed, some things opening up next week that just allow a sharing of more emotion that comes in here. Let's see what we got with the your fortune cookie here. Yeah. Pause. Slow down. They're all like, whoa, whoa, just don't rush. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. And you know you're heading in the right direction, but it's like, let's not, it's like that's funny that they're bringing it in. Like if you're in a live near a busy city, like we have Denver an hour north of where I live. And if I have to travel through Denver, I'm not going to go like I'm either going to leave really early in the morning so I don't hit 5, 6 lanes of traffic, or later in the evening, like 7, 8 o'clock after the rush hour traffic is gone. So there is this, pause and allow the traffic to move, and then it's a much smoother drive instead of, uh, it's less frustrating, if we do it that way. So I like that. All right, so that's what they have for you, Maria. So thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. All right, and then we are to Jeep. So Jeep, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like here. Jeep, Jeep. And like a general for November. All right. Let's see here. What does Spirit wants you to know? November. Okay. Just that one and that one. Okay. Do want that one, not those though. Okay. What else? Anything else? Okay. So all those are combined together, all connected. All right. Wow. You have a great opportunity for some abundance with the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles coming in here. So definitely great potential for feeling abundance of the outside world. That can be anything that's connected. It can be relationship too, but it's relationship, positive things with children, pets, ancestors for parents. So if you are in communication or visiting mom or dad, and I don't feel like it's love with relationship yet. I feel that comes a little later. But I feel like there's a great opportunity for this fullness of life. Of course, finances. We know that that's like your um, I would say attraction. Your an important thing. It's an important thing for your life, I know, with finances because, money makes the world go around and it's security and it's what, fuels our dreams and everything else. So I get it. Um, but they wanted to make sure, oh yeah, of course, always that. So it's funny. Your spirit guides know you very well, right? Let's see what else here. So you've got the Emperor. Yeah, so it is a time of beginnings and taking charge, letting go of, the supposed to be's and the should be's and the need to be's and the have to be's. Oh, I love that you visit him this month. And it doesn't have to be like visiting him in person either. It could be communicating with them, because you can reach out and talk or FaceTime or whatever and connect. But the Emperor energy is a lot of, okay, thank you everyone for all your opinions in life. I'm going to step back and I'm going to decide what I want, put a plan together, and take action on it. So I feel like November is a month of a lot of clarity coming in about what next steps you want to take and what you're going to do that with those here. Yeah. You got the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself. And this combination of these together with the Seven of Wands, which is you don't want to be, chained like a dog. You don't want to dim your light, you don't want to shrink, you don't want to um become small and ask permission. It's like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to take the steps, of where I wanting to go, where I'm wanting to head. That comes in here, right? And but it's about the energy with that emperor of like, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to do all the supposed to and the should. Okay, what do I want to do? And I'm going to nurture myself, and I'm going to birth those things with the Queen of Coins and the Queen of Pentacles. And, you can get a job, yeah, 6 of coins, you've got the equal giving and receiving here. Got abundance, Queen of Coins, 10 of coins, 6 of coins, all these are about great possibilities of abundance, but, choosing from your heart and doing something that you would enjoy, not feeling like, I'm getting chained. I'm putting back on the collar, and I'm going to be your servant, to a corporation or whatever. This is about, being flowing and being bright and being yourself somewhere where you can feel that, right? We'll see what these other cards are here because you got now two cards, one card, two cards. There's a bridge that's happening here. Yeah, there is here the Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles, being true to the authentic you is really coming in here with several of these cards. And the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Scepters, which is um, your passion igniting something new. So you definitely have this ability to do something that you enjoy. But, this Emperor, there is this we talked about it earlier this year. There's all these possibilities of once you decide that I want to move to a different nation, yeah, different nation. I want to move somewhere else, and I'm going to look for jobs there. And part of all this is deciding where is it that I want to live and why. And that's a big piece of the emperor, stepping outside of the opinion of everyone else in the world and deciding the authentic path that you want. And this is all what it's all about is like, all right, and it's steps that we do, right? and and it's about where there's a will, there's a way. When and when we have fears that outweigh the ugly feeling of being stuck and trapped and like in this case wanting to move and wanting to be somewhere you know, that makes you feel like you're living instead of existing. When our fears outweigh that, we don't make movement. We get to the edge and we're like, "Whoa, no, 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 I'm not going to jump. I can't jump." And that's okay. There's no judgment in that. It's just when the ugly feeling of not, you know, being where I want to be expressing and living outweighs our fears, then I make a leap, then I make a jump. But not before. Our human is like, no, 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 no. Well, I'm gonna be bright. Okay, no, I'm dimming back. Not quite yet ready. And that's okay. Be gentle with yourself, but just know that when any human truly wants something, our energy, we start taking steps towards it. That's what the emperor does, decides what I want, and I'm going for it. And there's this planning stage, and then there's the all right, I'm leaping forward and I'm doing this, right? Let's see what this bridge is. Yeah, Four of Scepters, Four of Wands, joy, celebration, and that is seeking my joy. The joy is the bridge. Joy is a fear killer or a fear transformation, right? It changes that energy. When we find something that I truly love and enjoy, if I focus on the joy of it, it just draws me to it. But if I'm doing something that I think I'm supposed to do, it doesn't change fear. It just reinforces it. What if I don't do what I'm supposed to do? You know, And where does this lead you? Where's this bridge leading you? Oh my gosh. To the sun, to victory, brightness, and the page of hearts, higher love, higher joy, higher emotion. So on the other side of the bridge, when you know that there's joy and this stuff on the other side, then it draws you. But until you know that there's something worth having the bravery and the courage for, then we don't have that kind of fire in our belly to want to move forward and jump forward. But I feel like November is a month of, all right, you know what? I am getting tired of existing and fearing and trying to please everyone. What the heck do I want to do and where do I want to go? And I feel like you do at least make decisions and you can start, making choices to move towards that too. And then your fortune, yeah, here it is, warrior spirit. Your fortune cookie says, relentless commitment to challenges approaches life as a personal battle, here to master your forceful nature. So that's taking that fire in your belly and the bravery of going into battle. I don't care, I'm going to do. And this is like the energy of, you know um I forget time frames, but it's probably about 10, 11, well, 13, let's say 13 years ago. I left corporate life the first time and I spent like 9 months trying to find my spiritual business. And it was mainly up here, wasn't down here, right? It was like, oh, this is what I have, this opportunity. I need to do this and this, all these supposed to be's and should be's. Well, money ran out. I went back to work. Actually, the company I left started entry level and said, okay, this will be a good source of income. But then I was so tired, wasn't able to work on my dream very, very little because after you're working 40 hours a week, you're just exhausted, right? Not a lot of extra energy to do more. And then it got where the fire in my belly was, I can't stand this anymore. And what am I, and then COVID hit too. And it was like, what am I waiting for, to live my dream, to die? And I'm like, it's it. I'm making it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make my dream come true. And that's that battle. It's like I have to go into battle with this warrior spirit. And I'm going to do, knowing what I want, which is to share messages of love through whatever way I want to express it. I'm going to do it no matter what. That's my priority. Everything else will support that. And I'm going to do what it takes. And I like that kind of energy coming in. But all right. So that's what they have for you, Jeep. I like it. Go, go, go. All right. And thank you again for your donation. I really appreciate that. Excited for the adventure. All right. And then we have Nova. So thank you for your additional donation here for the onset chair sticker. That'd be number 4. So let's scroll down here. I think it's down here. Oops, I must have missed. Oh, there it is. So what else do your lovely spirit guides want you to know? I love that because they showed me like all these oracle. So they wanted to give you this one too, which is the Priestess of Light Oracle. All right. So I'm just going to take a sip here. Take a big deep breath and sometimes they got me speaking so fast, I'm like, I forget to breathe. Plus, I'm a little congested today, like you with your cold. But it's all right. So let's see what they have here. Wow. I love it. Sacred Purpose. Card 43. And it's Eternal Flame, Ancestral Legacy. Wow. So the Priestess of the Holy Fire is bringing you an important message about your sacred purpose. Wow, I just love how their messages intertwine. So she holds the spark of the eternal flame in her hand, bearing witness to the light of antiquity that lives in each of us. This eternal flame represents your soul presence through time, but it's not limited to your own experience. It extends throughout your personal lineage, going back to your ancient ancestors and moving forward to the descendants yet to come. Your ancestors are calling you home. Their energy pulses through your veins in your DNA, and their histories vibrate in the long heritage that has come together to create the person you are at this moment. This is your cultural, spiritual, and familial past, reminding you that it's important to honor your ancestors and consider the value they have brought to your life. Also, be conscious of the energy you are perpetuating in the cultural, spiritual, and familial legacy that you are leaving behind. Another one of those talked about, you know, that your creativity is going to last beyond your lifetime. So, what is this legacy you're leaving behind? Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestesses would tend the sacred flame, thereby keeping balance among the elemental kingdoms of earth, air, fire, and water. In fact, you may have had important past lives in such societies, perhaps even as a priest or priestess with this high intention. Know that the purpose of balancing the energy in your life and in the world still resonates within you, right? That's a big piece of your Five of Cups card you always get, which is helping people transform that emotional, lower vibrational energy into higher emotional vibrational energy. And it is up to you to hold all that is sacred as your charge and your responsibility. The ancestors are calling you to restore balance to Mother Earth once again. Well, yeah, I know, right? The affirmation for this card is I honor the eternal flame within. I value my ancestral heritage and I perpetuate the sacred energy for those yet to come. Wow. So I like that. I feel like it's an important time of your life to really, embrace the power and not so much like responsibility, but more so that you're here purposely, right? Yeah. So you're here and I feel like that's like a drive that helps pull you out of the mud is I'm here on purpose for a purpose. I'm going to stay another day. I'm pulling myself out of this because I'm doing it for me, but I'm doing it for other people too. And it's amazing um, when I lived up near my mom. Excuse me, she was really into heritage and wanting, and I know we got onto a website, and she went all the way back into the, you know, 3-digit years of, back into the, 800, AD, it's like going back and finding and seeing how huge the tree is, how many thousands of individuals created this physical body, the DNA that came with all this, right? And it's like, wow, to see that I wouldn't be here if these, these people didn't have kids and these people didn't have kids and these people didn't have kids and these people, and you're just looking at, wow, look how the tree that we're a part of. And each lifetime, we don't always come back in the same family tree. We leap orchards and go over to another family tree and another lifetime, another family tree. And we have such connections to so many of the souls on the planet. But that's when we remember our ancestors. We have such a strong bond and connection to all these souls that go way, way back. And we come here on purpose for a purpose. And, you know, it's like wonderful, right? And but we're a part of it. Even that's familial, but energetically and creatively, because I don't have kids and I probably will never have kids. But I know that, our energy, we're impacting the collective. We are leaving an impact, right? So I like that. And let's see what your fortune cookie says here too. But I love this ancestry and purpose, lineage, legend, legendary, not legend, but legacy, right? Yeah, and discovery. Well, yeah, how's Moo? Isn't your cat named Moo? How's he doing? New ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. While there's still work to do to reach your goal, you may discover new strengths and passions along the way. I like that. It's an adventure. It's not a job. I like that. You know, realizing this. It's not a job. It's, movement, 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 discovery. What's next? Finding things along the way, like the Wizard of Oz. Oh look, found the scarecrow, found the cowardly lion, found the Tin Man. As they went along and discovered things, right? So I like that for you. All right, so that's what they have for that one for you, and I do see an additional one, so we'll be down to that one here momentarily. All right, so that was that one there. So up next we have Usha Sancher. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And celebrating your third super on a live stream. Thank you so much for um, being part of that celebration. And you'd like to know advice for you when it comes to be in this friendship. Oh, is this friendship headed anywhere? Let's take a look. We'll look at current energies, see what's going forward here. Of course, there's always, this world is a place of possibilities, and we can make decisions that change those, a second from now. But let's take a look here based on current energies. Where is this headed here? So, um, advice is what they have here first. Okay. Okay. Toot, toot, toot. There's like this step by step energy here. It's like dominoes. Okay. And then is this headed anywhere? Is that one? All right. So let's scooch these over. And so, first of all, advice when it comes to be. We got the page of Scepters, which is the page of Wands, which is new passion, new drive. It's Sagittarius energy, which, so then there's two cards. We'll see what these are next, but this one card is off by itself. In Sagittarius energy, I've got my dad is a Sagittarius, my host is Sagittarius, one of my other friends, Sagittarius, and um, the energy is that of the childlike wonder, not childishness. That's lower expression of that. Higher expression of Sagittarius energy is looking at the world with with a world of possibilities, like we were talking about. There's so many possibilities. It's an adventure. It's like, what's next? It's like a little kid that walks into a candy store. Look at all the wonder. Oh, well, I can taste that. I can taste that. I can taste that. There's experiences that to be had, you know, through all of that. And I like that, that kind of energy. So the advice is for this individual, they don't want to be caged. They don't want to have a lot of, I need to know your intentions. I need to know who you are. I need to know what you want from me. I blah blah blah. They are looking for more so someone that'll go along on the adventures with them without having to have a plan. It's like, hey, let's go to the park today. All right, well, what time are we going? What are we gonna do? When are we gonna eat? Let's bring this. Let's bring this. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to this. Suck the life out of the experience with all of that, right? They're like, let's just go. let's go now. And you're like, what? Wait, I need time to prepare. Nope, don't buzzkill it. Just go, let's go. Let's go have fun. And then while you're there, you're like, oh, look, there's a snow cone vendor. Let's go have a snow cone. All right, let's do that. And then we go and we run around and oh look, there's a path. Let's run down there. And then oh look, there's a hot dog vendor. Let's have a hot dog. All right, that sounds good. And oh, hey, they have drinks too. Let's have a drink. And it's like the experience, the adventure unfolding rather than things. It's like if you ever go to like some sort of vacation or amusement park or something, and you have the organizer that's all right. We're going. It's like I'm hearing a German accent. We will arrive at 9 a.m. and approximately 9:15. We will go on to this ride, and we will go to this ride, and at 11:14, not a minute later, not a minute sooner, we will have lunch at this location. And it's like, all right, yes, my gosh. It's not an adventure. It's like you're exhausted by the time you get done because you're so much that you were rushed and stressed. This is stress-free energy. That's funny. Okay. And then the other here, you've got Temperance and the Empress. So two major arcana. The other advice they have is just to allow things to unfold with temperance. Goes back and forth and back and forth. The Empress is this energy of mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself, doing what you want to do, focus on your passions. Don't feel like you have to again abide by rules from that you've grown up with. The Empress, number 3 major arcana, comes before number 4 Emperor, number 5 Hierophant, which those in relation to the Empress in this situation represent restriction of society, restriction of organized religions and spirituality, where the Emperor, if we're going to have thousands or millions of people living close to one another, we got to have rules, restriction, right? And the spiritual leader of the Hierophant, if we're going to have all these people hanging out together with spiritual beliefs, we need to have some stuff, some ground rules, so we can all, you know, do things for the world. And so they have good intentions, but it's restrictive. The Empress, free flowing, running naked through the forest, you know, has no rules of society, has no rules of organized spirituality. They're being themselves, they're running free, creativity flowing, birthing, connecting with their divine feminine energy. And so that's important for you. Be patient, but live your passions and allow yourself to create. Don't, you know, sit by the phone waiting for someone or do everything that they want to do. Go, I'm going to go do this. Do you want to go with me? And they're like, yeah, let's go. You can create and you don't have to, wait and, be the high priestess, which is the divine feminine energy of I'll wait for you. Um, because we start off with the magician number 1, which is divine masculine. Go, go, lead, urgent, not urgent, but lead and um, initiate and do that. And the high priestess number 2 is about being open and receiving and not acting. But the empress is the divine masculine, divine feminine balance. So yeah, allow them, but then also you initiate, and that's okay to want to go do things, but don't put a attachment to outcome, right? But what we're talking about here, the other thing you had asked was, where is this headed, right? Yep, is this friendship headed anywhere? So here's the little it's like doop 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 doop. The cards kind of came out like dominoes, but this is where it starts. It starts with the 2 of spikes getting out of your head and into your heart, closing your eyes, opening your heart, not try to organize and lead by expectation, but by lead by excitement and passion. What do I want to do? Kind of energy that leads you to the King of Hearts. This is the balance of head and heart. So I like that kind of energy coming in. So, you go do things you love to do. Um, and that's the biggest thing is the King of Hearts rolls over that. Behind the scenes, they do have their brain. They have all have swords energy of thinking and but that's more connecting to higher seeing things from a higher perspective, allowing things, questioning when things come up within you. Okay, this is mine to own. This isn't, if they do something or don't do something, say something or are in silence, anything that comes up in here is for you to look at. Anything that comes up in here is for you to look at. But trying to stay in your heart is an important piece of this. Yeah, and here's the full card. Like I was talking about, the adventure, letting go of all the expectations, the cycle. So this is it. This progresses. You guys have adventures. If you can stay out of your head and stay in your heart and in passion of living and going on adventures, it leads to adventures. You guys get to go do those things. Yeah. So this 10 of spikes, the 10 of swords is letting go of all those expectations, the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's. Allows you to be so free to be you, allow them to be free, and allow whatever unfolds to be what it is without having to know intentions or where's it going to go, what's the outcome. I need to know the destination. This is like not need to know. I get to just enjoy the adventure, and then that helps move things in. Yeah, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. I mean, these three cards are so much of what I was talking about. Of the old cycle of trying to control everything so we feel safe, and I need to know where it's going before I do anything. It's throwing all that to the wind and allowing yourself to be adventurous and to go on adventures. Because, yeah, you got the Ace of Spikes. It does allow you to see things from a different perspective. It allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realms. And it allows you to cut away a lot of these fears that you've attached to relationships. And, um, we all are, most of us are taught growing up, you know, unless you're adopted by a Buddhist monastery when you're a baby. But most of us have all these rules around relationships that were given growing up, and it has their actions mean this about me, and it doesn't. Us really clearing away all these small t truths rooted in fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of not being good enough, failing. When we replace that, seeing things from that higher truth, the capital T truth of unconditional love and joy and laughter and gratitude, what a different life it is when we have relationships, whether family, friends, romantic, or whatever, where instead of having all these rules where it just sucks the life, where we're focusing on how things are not living up to it, instead of being having gratitude for who someone is and what they are giving, including ourselves, not having this high bar of judgment on ourselves where we're constantly beating ourselves up about who we're not being, what I'm not doing, blah, blah, blah. Instead, I'm celebrating what I am doing, who I am. We live a life of abundance instead of lack and falling short. The same thing happens in our relationships if I focus on who someone is being and what I'm grateful for in someone, even sharing that with them. What a different energy that is, right? Right. And let's see what your fortune cookie is here. So hopefully that helps in your relation there, and see how free feeling that is rather than, you know, the needing to know. It's like enjoying them for who they are, right? Yeah. And then you have inner peace, which says you are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. Yeah. So you return back to here knowing you're the only one that can give you what you're looking for anyway. And then once you find your self love and you raise that and you're overflowing, then the world does change to a place of overflow that's coming in there. So I like that for you. So that is what they have for you, Usha. So many blessings to you. Hey, and shout out to another of my YouTube channel members, Johanna. Hey, hey, hey. Good to see you. All right. So up next, to let everyone know where we're at. So we've got Nelia up next, and then back to Nova, and then to Brenda, and those will be my donations. And then, secondary, I come back in all of my YouTube channel members who are the names in green with their little badges, they're up next. And I'm getting close to here hitting my 2 hours. So, I probably won't get to a ton of free readings, but if anyone wants me to complete it in this session, a donation of any kind, I will complete it in this session. Or if you become one of my YouTube channel members, which I have a Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis level. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. One of the benefits is I do complete your free readings either in the session or if I'm um, in my evening sessions. And on Sundays, I have where after 2 hours, I go spend time with my Praying Mantis members. And then I come back after I eat to um, complete out any of my donations or my YouTube channel members. Sundays are different too, where I always come back on to complete all readings in the afternoon after I spend time with my Praying Mantis and eat. So Sundays are unique in that way, but Fridays and Saturdays, I don't come back on to complete all just the regular free readings because I have to balance. I don't have to, but Spirit highly reminded me when I had the plague in August, boy, you better balance yourself. So this is the solution we came up with. All right. So that's where we're at. And you can make a donation. You can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Square. So, and there's no set dollar amount. Whatever you're able to give is perfect because you're giving from your heart, right? All right. So, Nelia, you are up. So thank you for your donation. And let me find your question. Here it is. Yeah. So this is the heart eyes emoji. So let's take a look here. So a true love reading. General on that. When and where will I meet him? All right. Take a quick sip here. All right. So what generally do we want? Do you want to share? Okay. And then the when, all right, and the where. All right, it's like those two. Okay. All righty. So let me just scooch these over. Now, the bottom of the deck, we do have the 10 of spikes, the 10 of swords. And the 10 of swords, the underlying energy is you're at this place, right? Hey, hello. um, is to let go of all the restrictions, the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be, the must be. And this is the 10 of swords is like, I'm exhausted trying to live up to all these rules and beliefs around love and relationship. It's exhausting trying to be who I think I'm supposed to be and do what I think I'm supposed to do to be able to have things unfold, blah, 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 right? It gets exhausting where you're just like, usually it's someone laying down on the ground and they have 10 swords stuck in their back and they're looking up at the sunrise coming. They're not dead, they're exhausted trying to do all that stuff. They're like, you can't please everyone. We can't do it a certain way. And when we try to have all this energy invested in trying to make things happen, it is exhausting, right? So I like that they're like, you are at this place where you're like, I'm done, not stick another sword in me, stick a fork in me, I'm done, right? And it's like, yeah, it's just like you get to this point of exhaustion. That's the important piece because when you let go, it's like we stop trying to control it all and we can get to this point when we release it and surrender it all to the creator. We're basically saying, I trust you, right? That you're going to bring me the perfect person in the perfect way in the perfect time. I know the last one is a rough one. Yeah, grew up very traditional. Yeah, we very restricted, right? So it is a lot of that going, the fear of letting people down, the fear of, you know, breaking tradition. I know it takes a lot of, well, what if it's my life to live? I'm going to live it. Well, you don't want to let us down, and you're going to be, what is it? What did they say? You're going to be a disgrace to the family. All right, well, whatever. Bye. It's my life to live. If you guys don't want to be a part of it, that's quite all right too. But let's see what comes in here. We got the King of Hearts. Yeah, this is the perfect compatible person that comes your way, right? Someone who does, you know, meet your heart and mind. It's like they fit like a glove. And that person is outside of tradition. It's like when we have so much that we're looking at like this. And it's like, all right, creator, it has to be this person, this kind of person, in this timing, in this way, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, well, that's on back order for 1,000 years. But you have this perfect partner over here. If you'll just let expectations go, you'll see them. But, you know, for them to turn us to where they'll be in our view with this limitation takes a time. And if we want to meet them sooner, we can release our expectations. It's like blinders on a horse, right? It's like if we open them up, we're like, oh, there they are. And we can do that, right? Lots of rules. Yeah. Yeah. So I like that they're there and they're like, they fit like a glove. Um, and yeah, King of Spikes coming in. Here's the ruler over thought, belief, and mindset, and they're the master of it too, because all kings get swords, and so they definitely have this wisdom. And I feel like they're telling you a little bit about this individual. They might even be an air sign, but they're very intelligent. They have very different viewpoints. They have an open mind. They're a great communicator. The King of Hearts, they rule over the emotion, but behind the scenes, all kings get a second, sword. So that's why they're such a good fit, is they have a balance between head and heart. Um, but I feel like there's this message of air signiness that comes in with this. Um, yeah, we've got the Two of Hearts. So you do have the Two of Cups. So there is this, they're telling you all of this here. And the moon with all this emotion that comes in here too. And so they might, I love this because it's like they're saying um, there's this great balance, like they're an air sun, but they've got a water moon, which it's funny because, um, you know, that's what is great that can happen is even if your CEO is like, there's this, they're in their brain and their mind, our moon influences our emotional world. And me being an air sign, sun, and a moon, a water moon, I get it, and it's a great combination because it helps balance that. And I feel like that's what comes in here for you here. Yeah. Love, kindness, and no judgment. Yeah. That's a good dream to have there. But the world is perfect for what we're wanting to experience as a collective. So there's a reason why it's full of judgment and cruelty and fear, because it's a fear amusement park that we came down here to experience, right? So there is that adventure that we're here for. Adventure theme park. It is what it is, but we get to, enjoy it for ourselves, right? So I like that. Um, and then the where, right? Because I think that's what you asked next. Let me see here. Oh, when and where. So this was the when. The when. Yeah. So you do have the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction, and the Emperor, which so the when is up to you. You guys have these opportunities. You have it's like, the Three of Wands shows three pathways. You have three pathways to which you can meet, upon which you meet. And each pathway you meet at different times. And the Emperor is about it's Aries, action energy, which is me deciding what I want, putting a plan together and taking action toward it, letting all those expectations go. The big piece of the Emperor is they have a lot of advisors, yak, 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 again, all of that stuff, right? Where we've got all that energy, coming in, and you get to decide, you know, all right, thank you all. You can clear the throne room. Now I'm going to make a decision for my empire because it's my empire. Thank you, all you self appointed advisors that are telling me, all the tradition, all the societal rules, everything. We get to step back from it all and decide what is it that I want for my empire? Do I want to just do what everyone else is telling me I should do and I'm going to get swayed all over the place because everyone has different opinions? Or am I gonna be like, "This is my life and I'm gonna live it," boom. And then you get to decide. So, depending on how much of those, the 10 of swords that we drop depends on when. Because if we drop them all, we'll meet them a lot sooner. If we drop half, then we meet them halfway. If I drop very little, it's gonna take a long time, like we talked about, right? If I The when depends on how much of this action I do, opening my eyes from expectations. Like I said, if I just drop them, then I'm like, there they are, boom, I found them. If I go slowly, then oh, there they are. If I go very slowly and I have to turn this way, then it's much longer, right? So the when depends on how fast you drop your expectations on the who, the when, the how, the blah blah blah, and do that. The where is is the additional part of the question. So I'm getting into that. I'm getting to that, and that also depends here because you meet them. Well, let's see. Do you meet them at different places? So it depends on with the Eight of Spikes, the the Eight of Swords is the more you let go of your expectations, those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that blind you and trap you and make you feel restricted, then the faster the wheel of fortune turns. And so they are telling me where I was headed. They're like, yeah, 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 keep talking. Was you know, in the three different places, you meet them at three different locations. You either meet them quickly here, meet them semi quickly here, meet them forever. It seems like forever in the future here. So it's three different places that you meet them depending on your energy. Um, so, um, they're like, focus less on the when and the where, focus on releasing yourself from these, everything else takes care of itself, right? So I like that. Well, great. I'm glad that you enjoy their stories. I learned so much through example. So they're great storytellers. They show us so much through visuals, right? I know that's how I learn. Yeah. And so a big piece here is facing your self doubt. This is your fortune cookie. You're questioning yourself and unable to move forward, or you have been. Don't let fear hold you back. You have the strength and the power to see it through. Now is the time to break free from this limiting pattern. Boom. I love it. How perfect. Alright, so that's what they have for you, Nelia. I like it. Freedom, freedom. But I love that, I love that air sign, water moon kind of energy, because it's like, all right, they've got a lot of, you'll see them first as someone intellectual and communicative, and there's warmth that you'll sense around them. But then as you get to know them, then that water moon kicks in, and you're like, wow, all right, I see. I see how this goes. I know, right? I love these fortune cookies. Num num num. All right. So thank you again, Nelia. Appreciate you. All right. And then up next, we've got Nova. This is, I think, number 5. All right. I think I saw that. Where was that? Oh, it's right after it. Duh. So thank you for your additional donation here. Then after this, just to keep everyone in the loop, so I'll do Nova and then Brenda, then Johanna, and then back to Nova. That's where we're at on donations right now. All right. So number 5. What suggestions does Kurt have for you when you're not playing video games or sleeping? How can you exercise creativity currently, guiding and helping you heal from your big ol' hole in your arm and from sickness, right? Also, how is Kurt currently guiding you, helping you to recover and heal? How does it work? I've always wondered how they help. Is it like Reiki? They send healing energy. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's and what a great question. I love that. So we'll talk about that first, and then we'll jump back to the other. Um, or to the oracle that they're pointing me to me over here. But yeah, we've at the core of everything is the same essence. If you magnified and magnified and magnified and magnified and magnified everything in this physical universe, you'll get down to like a God particle or the essence of the creator, love energy. At the core, everything is made up of love energy. And they're referring me back to like a singing bowl, because the Tibetans believed that when we have lower vibrational energy and experiences, that it creates holes, kind of little pockets of lower vibration within our energy field. And hitting the vibration of the singing bowl is what vibrates our energy back to higher vibration. Well, that's kind of what spirit does on the other side, and what we can do for each other. That's what Reiki is sending love energy. We're channeling love energy to others. And that's what they do on the other side, is they are beaming, and they're like the bright stars of unconditional love energy, the essence of creator. That's what we're all made out of. They just vibrate it, and they're able to send it to us for our higher self to take into our bodies and to do with it. And they're working in cahoots, of course, with your higher self. So when they're sending it to help us heal faster, to have the cells vibrate, that allow lower vibration to, it can't stand to being in the presence of light, being unconditional love energy. So when it surrounds that cell and vibrates at the higher vibration, it heals faster. So that's what they're able to do. And when they're helping us recover and heal, they're giving us that energy to physically heal, but they can also help us with our emotional energy, our mental energy, physical, and then our auras as well, which is pretty cool. So that's that piece of that. I love that. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I just love that. And then let's take a look here. So what else? What suggestions does Skirt have when you're not playing games and all? Okay. I feel like we're stretch over here. Let me just get here. We've got the white light oracle. And this is on this side here. I love the wolfies. Let's see what else they have here on what you can do around creativity while you're healing. So let's see here. What else does Kurt want you to know? What advice about what to do while you're healing? No, none of those. Okay. All right. That is the one right here. You got Alpha of Alcyon. I like it. It's like staring off into space, allowing things to flow. Letting all of this just let's see what this is here though. All right. So, the little blurb that comes with this says a positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Brightness and hope will alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. So brightness and hope. That's his recommendation. Be bright, be hope. And then finally, you will experience peace, love, and deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way to you. And then it says the brightest star in the Pleiades star system, Alcyon, holds the frequency of love, the sacred feminine, healing power of compassion, and the grace of mercy. In the myths of ancient Greece, Alcyone was so in love with her husband, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Ceyx, that she referred to him as Zeus and then referred to her as the divine wife of Zeus, Hera. Zeus was so irritated by such grandiosity that when Ceyx, I guess Ceyx, was at sea, Zeus struck his ship with a lightning bolt. In her grief, Alcyone threw herself into the sea. Moved by mercy, the gods transformed the lovers into kingfishers. And these birds embody the spiritual medicine of abundance, love, prosperity, peace, and happiness, bringing blessings of hope and healing to humanity. So I think I'm gonna skip all these. Um, and jump to the healing process. I feel like that's what he wants me to do here. So find a place where you can rest without being distracted or disturbed and settle into a comfortable position. And if possible, have something restful and beautiful to look at, such as trees or the ocean or some beloved crystals or sacred objects. Become aware of your breathing. Let your focus be soft and diffuse. Notice the rise and fall of your breath and allow it to become slower and deeper without forcing it. And if there is tension in your body, use that same soft, diffuse focus to relax that part of your body a little. Allow your mind to drift without trying to hold on to any idea, without trying to follow any thought, but just softly, fluidly open to the play of imagination. You may become a little drowsy, or you may just feel increasingly relaxed. Aim to get to the state where, if you had to talk with someone, it would take you a few moments to speak, and you would do so slowly rather than swiftly formulating your thoughts. Enjoy the softening of your mental edges. Then allow your imagination to drift into the heart as though it was a gentle, shining inner temple of white light. See two kingfisher birds flying and playing together. One lovingly protects the other as she lays her eggs. The realm is peaceful and still. You may even feel some emotion welling up as you connect to the energy of such a gentle paradise. Let your heart feel what it needs to feel. Just be. Dreamily and softly repeat the mantra, I embrace spiritual grace, several times. You may even want to dance or meditate a little upon the mantra. When you've rested in this space for as long as feels good, slowly and gently guide yourself back to the present moment in a somewhat more alert state by using your breath and grounding yourself. And then you would have completed your healing process. Wow. So I like this energy. So when you're asking what else you can do to connect, I feel like they're giving you this, which is a place of um, rest, and they had me really calm down and go into my deeper voice, which is probably putting everyone to sleep, but it is a place of peace and a calm, and allow your imagination to go. That's what yeah, get rest and embrace that. Allow yourself to do that, and then the saying that they said, you know, which I already forgot, but you can re-listen to that and just I embrace, was it I embrace grace? What was it? I embrace the calm. And then you can just let your imagination draw you to where they want you to go. It's easy to relax with Oxycontin, right? Let's see what else they have here for your fortune cookie. So what else does he have? Yeah, release. Look, it even looks like that same card, kind of all just connecting to the heavens. And it says, you're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. Just let them go. Let it all go. You deserve to be free of all drama. And this is the first step to achieving that. So just deep breaths, let it go. I embrace the grace, or whatever that phrase was that they had. And it's like, there you go. That's great. I love that you're writing them down so you can embrace those. All right. So that is what they have for that one open. And then, of course, I see your additional one. We'll come down to that one here in a moment, but we're going to jump over to Brenda. And I think someone had asked if I'd gotten to theirs. I'm not going to be able to get to any of the other free readings. I'm still finishing up donations. And then I'm going to jump back and finish a handful of my YouTube channel members' free readings. But if you want me to complete it in this session, a donation of any kind, I will do it. Or if you join my YouTube channel memberships, either at Zen Cricket or Praying Mantis level, either one of those. Otherwise, I'll be back tonight at 6 p.m. for a chance at more free readings. Or tomorrow, if you come back between my 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Mountain Time. Sundays, I come back in the afternoon and I finish out all free readings from that morning session, because I know some people try Friday night and Saturday morning and Saturday night, and I don't get to the free reading. But Sunday, I'll make sure you get a message. So be sure to come back then if you do that, because I know not everyone's able to make donations um, or join the memberships. So that's why I sometimes I'm able to get to some free readings during sessions, but for sure Sunday. Okay. All right. So Brenda, thank you so much for your donation and the rainbow unicorn, one of my favorites. So thank you. I'm just going to take another sip here. All right. So Brenda, what's coming for you today in general? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What's coming your way today? What do they want you to know? Okay, so they did want that one, and they want this one right here. Okay. All right. So I do like this evolution here. You've got on the bottom of the deck, you've got the 5 of coins, the 5 of pentacles. And the 5 of pentacles is awareness of, beliefs of like lack, of feeling left behind, left out in the cold, those great feelings of abandonment we experience when we're younger, when we depend upon humans to bring us what we think we need, and they go into fight or flight mode and pull back everything from us, and we feel abandoned by them at different times. And really, all children feel that, and we experience that. And then they just, we don't get new emotions. We get most of our emotions 7 years old and younger is our when our emotional body's created. The rest of our life is just a ripple, an echo is a better word, an echo of those emotions, and eventually they echo through other people and experiences and situations of the outside world. And this is what brings it up to us, and so when we realize, oh, some feelings of lack, some feelings of those, whenever those come up, those are for us to go, "Oh, that old echo that's echoing from my subconscious, from where my emotional inner child is running around." And so when they do that and they bring that up, we're like, "Oh, okay. Thank you for bringing this to my attention." And now I can look at that and transform that and realize those actions of those other people when they withdrew were out of fear. Their inner child was freaking out, and so they were doing whatever they felt they needed to do to feel in control and feel safe, not even looking at how it was impacting us. So it wasn't their intention to do something to us. They were freaking out. And when we realize that, there's like this forgiveness. We can release them going, okay, I understand that. Boo, 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 their little inner child was doing that. This wasn't about me. I can release responsibility and judgment and guilt and shame and whatever lower vibrational emotions I have around that situation, and it comes. So I like that energy that's coming in here for today for you because I feel like there's a release that happens with this. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, you got the 2 of Wands, the power of your energy. You got the 3 of Coins, being true to the authentic you, and the World card. So these 3 cards coming out together. This is ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure with freedom. And I like this. There's this I feel like this awareness that comes in here with this, where we're like um seeing like whatever situation is bubbling up, that I'm like, oh, my power, I have the power to be true to my authentic self and not define myself by someone else's actions. And there's this freedom that comes in, whether it's family, friends, children, whatever it may be. It's like whatever bubbles up within me, there's this change of cycle that kicks in. Like, oh no, I usually might choose a lower vibrational response to something, but when this comes up, I take a big deep breath. I look at it and go, this isn't about me. In the current, this is about something echoing from my past. Let me look at that, and I transform it. And there's this freedom. Like there's this breaking of cycles today with this. Even if it's around one thing, it's an amazing thing when we break a cycle because there's so much. Um, it's like one emotion can create 1,000 mental beliefs, and when we transform an emotion, it impacts so much more than just one belief, in our life, if that makes sense. So I like that. And then you have, yeah, the Wisdom King, the Hierophant. So definitely seeing some capital T truths today. Your higher self is designing this today for you to be able to really focus on these, fives, which is all about transformation and change that's coming in here for you. And so, whatever bubbles up today, realize this is for me. It's a great opportunity for me to transform this energy. Yeah. Brings you to the 4 of Hearts, emotional stability that comes through all of this. So, I like that. So I don't feel like it's like, oh, drama, 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 but I feel like some things and then it bubbles up and you can look at it and you can transform it. And that's like the big piece of the day is awareness of the stories that I've been putting to things on autopilot, which is what happens with us as humans, until we are focusing on, no, I'm going to pay attention to my emotions today. Whatever bubbles up, I'm going to look at that and go, okay, this is not new emotion. This is recycled echoing of old emotion. Let me go back and find out, where did this start? Where's this trigger? When was it created? Right. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie is here, Brenda. All right. Yeah. And this was, yeah, stuck in fear around something from the past. And it says you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong, but what about all the things that could go right? Make a paradigm shift in your thinking and take inspired action anyway. So that is whatever is bubbling up. It's like there's this old fear story attached to something, but this is about transforming it and changing it. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you again for your donation. Enjoy your day. All right. And then Johanna, you are up next. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like. You might be already sleeping, so you probably catch this on the flip side. But let's take a look here. Any like a general reading? What did you say here too? Sorry, I'm really close to the microphone. The clock is changing tomorrow. They always hit me with the corona when you've neglected yourself too or haven't balanced. Oh no. Is it the clock changing tomorrow? Or is it next week? Who knows? Let me take a look here. No, I don't have it here. I have here in the United States, daylight savings time is ending on November 3rd, which would be next Sunday, not tomorrow. So just in case, don't turn your clock backwards. But yeah, that's a good reminder just to let everyone know too. I'll here in the United States, we fall back an hour, so I'll actually be on, for those of you that don't have that in your state or country, I'll actually end up being on an hour later, I believe, yeah, because when we spring forward, I'm on earlier, so when we fall back, I'm on an hour later. So I know. Hopefully, hopefully, if the Democrats take over the House and Senate and presidency, maybe because they've had it in the books to try to get rid of and retire daylight savings time, but they went on the back burner. Nothing's been done with it. So maybe can hope for many reasons for that. All right. So general reading, Johanna. Let's take a look here. What? Okay, yeah, evidently want that one there for you. And what does Spirit want you to know now? And if you have the corona, you're getting your rest, your forced R&R. I know I can relate to that. Spirit took me into the plague in July 31st. All right. I had avoided it all the other times, but they took me out and said, "It's time for you to rest." And boy, did I slept like most of the day. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, you do have this knight. Oh, there you are. Hello. Welcome, welcome. um, Knight, the Knight of Hearts, the quest for the Ace of Cups, the quest for self love is coming in here. And I like that. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So I like this energy, this fated quest. And I feel a different energy with this because normally these mean different things, but of course they're going to go weird for you. But because I do occasionally have the knight is the quest for what they're for their suit, which is the ace of their suit. So that's the pursuit of ace of cups. But a lot of times you'll have knights that are on journeys for dragons, right? And so you've got this dragon energy. They're on this quest of um, this fated journey of self-love. Let's see what unfolds here, because you got 3 cards, then 2 cards, and then 2 cards, but I feel like those are, like, one by one next to each other. So here's the story unfolding. You got the 9 of hearts, which is the dreams come true card, emotional dreams come true, but the 9 is also the hermit's journey for self-love, right? This inner search, yeah. And again here, the 5 of cups, transformation of, from lower vibration to higher vibration emotional energy. But I love the Trojan horse, there's hidden emotion within. Again, kind of this theme. And the 3 of hearts. So it all starts with all this love, 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 love. Obviously, there's this adventure, and the 3 is creativity and um, joy and celebration. Part of the 3 of cups is your spiritual posse, higher unconditional love, and connecting to your spiritual team, and getting to know your guardian angel and your angels and your spirit guides, and connecting with loved ones on the other side, and your power animals and spirit animal guides and elementals and all of that. And I feel like this is a such a big important piece of your quest for self-love is connecting higher, because they're a source of that for you, and it does open up things for you too. The other thing that comes in with here is part of your quest is finding your community. This would be support, individual support. It would be like a witch finding her coven. It would be, you know, someone finding their tribe, and finding best friends who there's not romantic connection with. There's just unconditional loving support. It's like expression of that, right? Boring, yeah. It is boring in comparison to the drama of trying to find love outside of us, for sure, and that's the whole quest is we're taught, right? We come down here so hungry and thirsty for the unconditional eternal love of back home, and we're taught, "It's out there, go find it in relationship situations and things." And then we go on the 7 what is it? The 7 what of Sinbad? The 7 voyages of Sinbad or whatever, where he went to go, had to overcome 7 things. But we go do that, and then we're exhausted, we come back, and they're like, "Just kidding, it's inside you." Oh, there it was all along. And that's where we're at here for you, I feel like is part of this journey and this adventure. And then the next one, yeah. So the 7 of swords, which represents our deceitful own thoughts and beliefs. I like how they're looking over here at the 6 of hearts. Here's more hearts, childhood, youthful type of emotional energy, but also past life energy that comes in here too. And so part of your journey is recognizing in this lifetime this, but also realizing from past lifetimes what you learned about seeking in the quest of self-love, finding, looking to the outside world, the retail price of the outside world. So all the questing, all your 7 voyages, all these lifetimes that you lived and you tried things in different ways. This is a different, unique way that you haven't quested for self-love in the outside world. So you've had all these different experiences and voyages that you've had, in going through those things in life. So I like that they're referring you back to part of your journey is in this lifetime reflecting past life connections too that are coming in there. That's the 3, down to the 2, and let's see what your first one. Oh my gosh. So Queen of Hearts. So definitely was this journey of emotion. Queen of Hearts, again, she's the master of emotion, right? She not only experiences the now, the now, but the emotions. She gets a second portion of emotion and cups, so she's able to deep dive into emotion and connect empathically, and she's able to dive. So it's like you have the ability to swim around in the deep recesses of emotion, both past life and this lifetime, and other people's emotions. Very empathic, right? With all that comes in here. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it doesn't say we stop looking in the outside world or stop loving and wanting love in the outside world. But this journey is, yeah, I go out there and expecting them to give me what I can only find on the inside equals disappointment. But when I fill up with love from the inside, and the more I connect with that, the more I realize, oh, without it, it feels empty. It feels temporary, and it's like American Chinese food, as my stomach growls. It's like, "Oh, I'm hungry again." But when we're filled from the inside out, I'm full, plus with the hugs I get from the outside world, above and beyond extra, it feels abundant instead of lacking, right? And then your final card, yeah, you got the Judgment card. Your higher self calling you to this higher place, double endings, double new beginnings. So definitely, this energy that comes in. I feel like I want to read the short story that comes with these two people here. Oh, yeah. So this is called The Divine Comedy. And it's a narrative poem written by Dante Alighieri, I probably murdered that, and widely considered one of the greatest pieces of literature of all time. Divided into 3 parts: Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso. It, it used Dante himself as the main character in his soul mission toward God. Once he learns of the punishment for unrepented sin in Inferno, the Roman poet Virgil guides him through the 7 terraces of purgatory, the 7 journeys of Sinbad. Look at that. That's hilarious. Before leading him to the summit of Mount Purgatory to the Garden of Eden, the earthly paradise. Here he is passed off from Virgil, the symbol of human reason, to Beatrice, a former love and the symbol of divine grace. After she draws the last of Dante's confessions from him, she washes him in the river Lethe, Lethe, also known as the river of forgetfulness, to cleanse him of his memories of sin, and leads him to drink from the river Uno, Eunoe, maybe, restoring his good memories and purifying him for his ascent to heaven. I love that. So, I love this, washing in the river of emotion, all that water. So I love that though, the seven journeys. That's a pretty awesome general reading. And then I'll get your fortune cookie here. And to everyone else, I've got one more donation, and then I'm going to complete my YouTube channel members' free readings. And then that's it for today. I'm hitting 2.5 hours, so I won't be able to get to any free readings. But if you do want me to complete your reading in this session, a donation of any kind, I'll complete that. And if you become one of my YouTube channel members, either Zen Cricket or Praying Mantis level, which is $2.99 a month or $7.99 a month, I will complete that in this session too. Other than that, I'll be back tonight, and then of course tomorrow, special Sundays. If you come back tomorrow and you get your question in there, I will complete your reading sometime that day as well. All right. So, Johanna, you're going to get your fortune cookie. Hello, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what else they want you to know. All right. Let it go. You're being asked to let go of whatever pain and resentment you've been holding on to. It's hurting you, and you can't fully be present in your life if you're holding on to this negativity. Release it and be free. I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear Johanna. Thank you again for your donation. Appreciate you. All right. And then Nova, thank you for this is number 6, the awkward question 6. Uh-oh. So we'll do this here. So thumbs up. Wow, it's got really bright, didn't I even notice that? Okay, there we go. So, for some reason, you've been really craving physical intimacy with someone. You're not sure why. What do spirit guides want you to know? Will you ever have intimacy in the future? All right. So, let's see what we have here. So, what do they want you to know about this craving? I was going to say, I wonder if it has to do with the moon energy. We did have some Sagittarius moon energy that came in. Let's see, where are we at in our moon? Scorpio? Did we have Scorpio? Leo energy. Yeah, so we had Cancer moon like um Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday we went into Leo um energy. So that fiery energy. And then today, this morning, we've moved into Virgo, which is good for your healing of your body. So I like that. Called out. Called out, Johanna. So, um, and we did move into Scorpio season also on Tuesday, which Scorpio does like the intimacy. So that energy can be, done that. And when we follow moon energy, I usually find that during fire moons, um, it does tend to inflame our passion side. So that can happen. Bottom of the deck, you do have, wow, look, you got the 10 of hearts and the 10 of coins. So there is this emotional um, explosion with the 10 of coins or the 10 of cups. Sorry. The 10 of coins is the desire for fulfillment in the outside world, too, that's been ignited here. All these tens, I do feel like, yeah, you definitely will have this fulfillment and this feeling of intimacy, but it's going to be more connected than the past. It's going to be a deeper um, emotional connection along with it, rather than just physical. Because they got the 10 of coins is the physical uh, fulfillment in a way, but the 10 of hearts is an emotional fulfillment too. So it's going to be deeper. Let's see what else we have here. You've got this one here. You got the 6 of scepters, equal passion with someone. So that comes in here. And then the 2 of coins, balance. It feels like your outside world balances and comes into place here. Yeah, and the Ace of Hearts too. So there is this love interest here, um that comes in here. Equal passion, balanced outside world, but also the heart has a heart connection that comes in here. So I feel like it will be, coming in here. Um so I like that. And let's see here. And you got the high priestess. So right now you're in kind of a high priestess pulling back, connecting to the higher realms. That's what the high priestess does. She goes into our high priestess temple, connects higher to the spirit world, goes behind the scenes, dives deep into the emotions. And so you have a little bit of alone time right now. So just, just know that, and it's killing you on the inside. And it can feel like that. But that's a good time to just sit with it and go, why? If it feels like it's killing us, that's low vibration. That's connected to fear. Higher vibration, you know, we see things more clearly. So if you feel like it's killing you on the inside, it's a good time to go, what am I fearing in this here? Yeah. Because you have the Page of Hearts, you have a heightened love and a transformation of emotion that happens first with all this before the because you got both the Ace of Hearts and the Page of Hearts, which is new love. So I feel like it's more emotional. You even got the Six of Hearts on the bottom, which is, um, I don't feel like it's someone coming from your past, but I feel like it's a past life connection you have with someone. So once you're feeling better and you get out of the house, I feel like as you pursue your music too, that and counseling, there's a big that's what I feel is the transformation of the Five of Hearts, lower vibrational to higher vibration. That there is this energy that comes in, um, of opening the heart and feeling this connection with your own heart, but you do meet someone with the Six of Cups, which is a past life connection that's coming in, and there's this energy that, returns, where you see someone, you're like, "What is this?" You guys are drawn to each other, and it feels like otherworldly because it is from a past lifetime. So, um, so let's see what your fortune cookie is here too. So definitely you will, but I feel like it's going to be more emotionally, yeah, because you're going to break free. But a butterfly. It says, "You're being asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life." And this isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. Yeah. So you're breaking free from everything to be true to you. So I like that. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. And not an awkward, I mean, it might be awkward for you, but it's, I don't feel like it's um, a abnormal question. We all wonder that sometimes, especially at 19. It's like, yeah, your hormones are living their best life. And buckle up. It gets more exciting. Don't it, everybody? Like, oh my gosh. Breathe. All right. Okay. And then I did get an extra donation that came in here via Z PayPal. Yeah, you're definitely uh 19, 20, 21, 22, all of those wonderful things. All right. So Bridget, thank you for your donation. Let me see here. See here if you have put your question above. Let me scroll up here. If you haven't, pop it down below. And let's see here. Just scrolling here to see. I don't think I saw your name up here, but you know. Okay. Oh, there you are. Thank you. All right. So thank you for your donation. So a love question. So single female Virgo. Will you have a good connection with oh, you are a single female Virgo. Okay. Will I have a good connection with someone that can grow into a love relationship? Been feeling motivated again and looking into joining the gym. Oh, you've been feeling lots of self-love for yourself. Oh, I love that for you. Yeah, treating your body like you love it in a variety of ways, right? All right, so let's take a look here. So, will you have a good connection with someone that can grow into a love relationship? What does Spirit want you to know about that here? Okay, they want that one first, then those two, and then those three there. All right. Yes, you will. All right. So, yes, you will is the answer to your question. So, thank you for your donation. I'm just kidding. Can you imagine if that's all it was? Hey, I'm going to speak to the manager. But at the bottom of the deck, you got the Page of Hearts, heightened love connection. So that being the underlying energy, that's why I was so quick to say, yes, you will, because that is the one of the cards that tells us that, right? And then you've got a one card, one card, one card, two cards, three cards. So it feels like there's this boom, boom, boom. This is the progression. This takes you to this, takes you to this, which then takes you to the next level, that then takes you to the next level. So we'll see what these cards mean here. The first one coming up, yep, Eight of Hearts. So one of the things you're probably already doing, but the Eight of Hearts is this message of letting go of thoughts, not thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you and relationships that no longer serve you. It's kind of like taking an inventory of where you're investing your emotional energy and just going, okay, who's using up this energy? And so, one thing, of course, is shadow work, looking at what emotions pop up that are like demanding my attention, these triggers that come up emotionally. So those are the ones that are taking a lot of our energy, and it takes energy to keep emotion below the surface. Like if you ever, have a beach ball or even a soccer ball or whatever in a pool or ocean, and you're trying to keep it below the surface, it takes a lot of energy because then you let go and it comes flying out, right? So one piece of that is becoming aware of what emotions are requiring or requesting my attention. I can transform those into wisdom and higher, awareness, and then that emotional energy returns back to me. The other piece of it is becoming aware of what relationships you are consistently giving more than 50% to. Like I'm the one always giving 70, 80, 90%, and they're only consistently giving me 20, 30, 40%. And when we're looking at that, we're going, you know what? Um, I'm going to back off on that relationship and that friendship or whatever it may be. It can be family, friends, exes, whatever, but it's, you know what? I'm investing all this energy and I'm the one and, kind of keeping the relationship alive and the friendship or, whatever. And so I'm going to back off to 50%. And then if they don't make up the difference and they start drifting away, we let it and we go back to zero. We get all that energy back. Some of them you might be like, no, I know I'm cutting that one off. I'm cutting that one off. And you don't have to be like cutting them off like, hey, FYI, I'm no longer friends with you. You don't have to even send out cancel notices. You can just retain your energy back and then see what happens. But this is developing and storing up this emotional bank to prepare you for this relationship that will be coming forward. So that's step one. Step two, Queen of Hearts. Yeah. Mother Nature, well, not so much Mother Nature is nurturing your own heart, right? The Queen of Hearts, she rolls over cups, suit, the hearts. She gets a second portion, so she's very intuitive about her, or connected to her intuition and her empathic abilities. But it allows her to dive deep into her emotions and swim around below the surface, and comes down there too. So I like that energy there. Um, it's also about really uh, embracing your empathic abilities. I want to provide you a couple short videos here, which, if I haven't already, um, but it's the empathic bubble. There are two episodes from my Take 10 with Zen, and here they are. And this is for whoever this resonates with. But it's about putting up an empathic bubble to keep other people's emotions from flooding into us. Um, but it also has the second one is the real gift of the empath, which is our ability to send love out. And I feel like this is a big piece of really mastering your emotional energy because I feel like you have a great amount of it. Even though you said you're a Virgo, I wonder what your moon sign is. Do you have a water moon? uh, or a lot of water in your chart? Maybe you have a water trine, but I feel like emotion floods and impacts you. And so really being aware of moon energy can also help you as well. Um, I personally use something like this, and there's free things online, but um, like a daily planetary guide, they have what the moon is in each. Like right now, today we have a moon in Virgo, so very grounded, earthy moon that focuses on our bodies, which could help you with getting into the gym. But it's this focus of my own health and my body, and looking at that kind of energy. But being aware of it is an important piece. So, and then you have the Knight of Coins, and the Knight of Coins with this is it's that's the slowest moving night out of them all, but it's trusting the seasons, trusting how things unfold and go forward. Even on the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Coins, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So trust the process, trust the seasons of growth. Um, and not it's like, sorry if you guys heard my stomach growl. It's like so loud. Like "Zoo, zoo, zoo, here, have something to drink." There you know. Now be quiet. Um, but I like this. Trust that things slow down on purpose to give us time to raise our love vibration. And as you raise your love vibration, it will spin and speed things up too. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're like, you know what? I love the nurturing of yourself here. So I like that for you. But so those are the things is managing your emotional energy, getting this emotional storage bank, um, really connecting to your empathic abilities and growing that, and taking the slow time not as, "Oh, good, were you trying to torture me, spirit?" Going, "Okay, this is for me, and, it's giving me time to not attract lower vibrational old stuff, but I'm raising my love vibration," and as you do, you draw in that relationship. So let's see what happens here. So those are the steps. Now let's take a look here at the number 2. What comes in here? Yep. And so that takes you into this beautiful place where you're letting go of a lot of fears around being rejected for being true to your authentic self. The Three Pentacles is all about you creating you and being who you want to be and not shrinking and not hiding yourself. And I can relate to this. I used to have a habit, I guess I can call it a habit, that when I would get into a relationship, they'd be attracted to me for me being me, but then I would start shrinking myself and try to be who I think that they think that I think I should be, right? And it's like, well, they were attracted to me for me being me, but then I would click into this, I gotta please them, I gotta be who they need me to be instead of being myself, and I feel like this is what this Nine of Swords is, the Nine of Spikes around being true to your authentic self, that you're breaking this habit. You're breaking that tendency or that pattern, uh, that comes in here, and you're stepping into being true to you, and I like that this is where this has been leading you and where it will lead you. And then it takes you into number 3. Yeah, you go into this rebirth. I love it. So you got the death card, this transformation that's happening here. And it lets you leave behind the old ways of thinking, the Seven of Swords, deceitful thoughts and beliefs that have stolen opportunities and things out of your life before. And the eight of brings you to the eight of swords, which is movement of thought and belief, really becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that used to make you feel blinded, right? And bound and trapped, restricted, small, limited. And so this rebirth is like this Scorpio energy, and we're in Scorpio season right now. But it is this freedom that comes in, and and the release of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. So you do have this relationship, and just trust the process that as you raise your love vibration, things speed up and they do um head towards you. Now you got the four of hearts on the bottom of the deck too, which I like that because self-love is what guides us into toward the new love, but it's going to be a different type of love you haven't had before because you're going to be different, right? You're finding your self love. And so you draw in someone who has self love. So instead of feeling like I have to be something for someone or someone else has to be someone for me, we turn inward and upward and we're overflowing with this love. And then they're just above and beyond extra. And it's a different type of uh, connection when it's not a neediness, like, "I need you to complete me." Right? You're gonna be like, "I want to spend time with you," and we have gratitude what they give because we don't have expectations for them to fulfill us anymore that people always fall short in because they're not us. We are the only ones that can give us the love we're looking for, but they can give us the above and beyond extra. They can bring us I cook my meal and I'm the fulfilled, but they can bring dessert. Hey. And then we're like so grateful. Oh my God, this is so good. Instead of like, this is all you brought me, you know? So I like that. And let's pull your Akashic Truth Oracle here. I love this journey and adventure. You definitely have someone coming here. Um, they're not giving me any details yet. They're like, this is the path here. Yeah, so you do. You'll have a caring connection. Boom, boom, boom. I love these. A new supportive relationship is on the horizon. You can't make this stuff up. It might be a kindred spirit or possibly even romance. Could be someone new or the deepening of an existing relationship. Definitely someone new. I don't feel like it's existing. Open your heart to this new connection. So definitely confirmation. It's on its way. All right. So that's what they have for you, Bridget. Thank you again so much for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. And then Nova, thank you for your additional donation here. I appreciate that. Number 7. So, what shadow work and healing does being creative? Um, let's see here. It's about making mustard. What bring to me, and what will it bring to others? How do my personal life experiences, emotions entangle in your creations? And what does spirit want you to know about your emotional side, your really sensitive emotions, and a deep filler 24/7? Just curious. Okay. Yeah, your air moon sign. Okay. All right. You're very welcome, Bridget. Appreciate you. All right. I was gonna say, mustard. Okay, wow. You craving mustard? It takes the mustard seed, you know? I figured it was. Yeah, your personal experience, emotions, and what is spirit? Yeah. So let's take a look here. Don't think we have any oracle coming in. So okay. The path, the path. All right. Just scooching the cards over here. There we go. So at the bottom of the deck, you've got the six of spikes, the six of swords. Six of Swords is all about hello, the werewolf and the moon, the emotional moon. You become a werewolf around full moons. Now, um, the Six of Swords is about movement from choppy waters to calmer waters, letting old ways of thinking go and allowing higher ways of thinking to come in. And so when we're looking at shadow work and healing, what that does to the creativity and what you bring to others and your personal life experiences and creativity and how that impacts you into the world is we have limiting beliefs. We have loud fear um, belief systems that we learn growing up. Every human does, unless, of course, like we say, unless you're you know, adopted by a Buddhist monastery when you're a baby, then you might not have as many, but most humans were given all these fear-based beliefs and noise about trying to fit in and be this certain person that no one is. But we're like, yeah, everyone be this. And we're like, but none of us is that. I'm like, well, try because otherwise you'll get rejected and you'll get hurt and blah, blah, blah. And we're like, what? Okay, I'll try to be that. And so we have so much noise in trying to be something else than who we truly are. We spend so much energy and time distracted from life trying to be these other things subconsciously, all the stuff that's put in there. And when we've got all these emotions that happened where we felt unsafe and out of control and when we're younger, right? Where it's the punishment side of life when we weren't being who someone wanted us to be. And so had stuff you know, um, that hit us and impacted us. And so we got all this emotions, and then from these emotions, all these and we've had good emotions too, right? We have had fearful emotions and through punishment, and then we had emotions of praise where we felt embraced and celebrated, and we'll create all these thoughts and beliefs around all these emotions. And so we've got this whole complex mind full of all these rules that developed over time that we get to uncondition. But when we're have all this noise of lower vibration and we're caught in it, then we're not at a higher vibration where creativity comes through us. That's why creativity is squashed when we're in our fearful lower vibrational energies and nursing the old wounds, um, repeating the old stuff and rehearsing it and um, recycling it over and over and over again. We're living in that loop cycle of lower vibration. So when we are able to get out of our fear and connect into this place, that's where creativity exists. That's where higher vibration, where we have all this inspiration and stuff that comes through, right? We have a creativity that's of higher vibration instead of overly keep recreating lower vibrational pain and suffering over and over again, right? And so that does change things. Um, you've seen Alan Old. You're so funny. Yeah, and empathy. So we all have empathic abilities, and the more you know based on our like our astrology and our birth charts and stuff, we have different connections to emotions. You can look at like what's in your 12th house because that's what connects to Pisces energy. You can even look at the houses of, water, the fourth, the right, fourth house is Cancer, eighth house of Scorpio, 12th house of Pisces, where your Neptune is, where your moon is, what houses are they in. There's different things that and how much water is in your total chart. There's different things that will give everyone different magnification of emotions and how we pick up on it and how it influences us too, right? So, yeah, a lot of Neptune placements, yeah. So a lot of Moon and Neptune placements. So, we've got that those energies of Cancer, Moon, and Pisces energy, can do that. And yeah, and how the aspects and yeah, how they all connect. So definitely, you know, we all experience emotion at different exaggerations depending on our birth chart. And then, and then it can also be the amount of um, emotional experiences that we have as well when we're younger. Your moon is in the fifth house, yeah. So a lot of strong energies that come in that influence the loudness of those emotions, right? And the more that we can do and understand and you know look at and transform our emotions, we don't have to undo every emotional experience we had. Really, we can just um as we connect with our higher self and realize I'm so much more than the human character, we can step outside of this. And I haven't talked about this in a while. Let me grab a ruler. So when we're lower vibrational, these are life takes us back and forth to these this way and that way and this way and that way. And when we're in the here, to see how big the swings are. But as we move up in our vibration, do you see how unimpacted I am when I'm up here versus down here, big mood swings, big emotional switches. But as we raise our vibration, things don't impact us as much. And so, if we can connect to our higher self and connect to the spirit realm, we learn my power of choice. I can choose to be down here or up here, and it's no right or wrong. It's just my experiences are different, than where I'm focusing my energy. So, um, I like that. Yeah, right? And that's when we're in the lower vibration, we do, whoa, wow, we are experiencing all this myriad of lower vibration, right? Let's see what else we have here too. Because you got the four of scepters, the four of wands, joy, celebration. That's the higher vibration, right? So if I choose to focus on joy and like the happy songs that we talk about, you have songs that you listen to and they just make me feel joyful. Well, if we listen to those things and we do the things we know raise our vibration and we make that our habit instead of our, the um, one off, every once in a while I do that. If I make that my norm, like I said, doing a gratitude journal, meditating, my singing bowl, music that I'd listen to. I'd read books that would help me transform and understand emotion, connecting to the spirit world, readings, readings, readings. All the stuff, the more we connect with those things, the more we change and the more we open up to things, right? Um yeah, yeah, right. And so those things we do and we start making changes where we're realizing the old habits I had of focusing on lower vibrational, focusing on my suffering just brought me more suffering. And I'm like, there was this old pastor that I heard in a church once. He says, when we're looking at our past, it's like, don't nurse it, don't rehearse it, but disperse it so creator can reverse it. And I'm like, yeah, if I nurse all my wounds over and over and go, no, 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 I want to keep all these. I want to, and we can, our pain and suffering can become a part of our life. Where it's like, no, that's my pet. I don't want to get rid of it. That's a piece of me. And they were like, well, then enjoy it, but when we're ready, we can release it and start focusing on higher vibration and then things can transform, right? So what we got here, yeah. So we've got the new opportunities, letting go of the expectations, the full card ending old cycles, and then which brings in with the page of coins, we look at our worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way too. So as we stop defining ourselves by all that stuff from the past, and we realize, who am I really? It's a great meditation is when I start to, and I heard this and just a couple weeks ago, which was, I remember who I really am. I remember who I really am. I remember who I really am. Takes us out of the I'm this character playing this role here, but I'm a higher being, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, powerful and endless, not restricted and small. It helps. It's like doing a meditation, going sitting on the moon, looking back at my character that I'm playing here on the planet. It puts things into perspective, right? Yeah. And the justice card, here's the balancing of things, um, connecting higher allows us to cut away the small t truths. We're able to see things for the lies that they are, right? And we do. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which shows you that everything that happens in life does happen for us, not to us. So there's this, release that happens. There's this, you know, that's moving from life's happening to me, victimhood, to life's happening for me. And why did I want this to happen for me? And that it's great energy that comes in. You got the Three of Coins. Here's creativity. So getting out of the victimhood, and here's the moon. Managing the moon energy, you know, comes in here too. Getting out of the, thoughts and beliefs, the deceptive small t truths of fear, and doing that. We've talked about the moon before, and I just showed, you can every 2 to 3 days, our moon energy changes. And especially in this day and age, so many of us, definitely everyone in this chat, we are connected higher and more deeply to our energy, and our emotional energy does fluctuate and get moved around quite a bit. And so being prepared for it, it's like if you never look at the weather and you just wear the same thing every day, some days you're going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Yeah, this is, you know, Daisy Duke shorts and a t-shirt, perfect for this hot weather of summer. And then fall hits and I'm like, "Bleh, I'm a little chilly." And then winter hits and I'm like, gosh, I'm freezing my nuts off. And then spring comes and I'm like, okay, it's starting to feel like it's not so bad. And then summer hits and it's good. But if you um look at the moon energy and you're prepared for it, then there's great energy that comes from that, right? Yeah. Yeah. And here we end up speaking our own truth, right? Says you've stayed silent long enough, so you speak up, you stand your ground, and you state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. And so that is also expressing your own energy. So I love that too. Hey Anna, shout out to one of my YouTube channel members, Praying Mantis. Woo! Much love to you. Thank you. All right. And you said you had a question for spirit guides. Have you been maturing? You feel like you understand things differently. What happens when you entertain misery and the things that make you miserable, and you know better? Um, you alternate between victim. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely. We've had readings where they're like celebrate it. Reminding you how you're always with yourself. So when you see yourself every day, you don't realize how much you've changed. You just think, I feel like it's ever so slow. And then you bump into someone you haven't seen in 6 months, and they're like, oh my gosh, look at you. Like my host, she had some stomach surgery and she's lost, gosh, 60 pounds. And I see her like almost every day. I can even tell, but people that she hasn't seen because she works from home, and she went to go to a team meeting that they hadn't had in a while, and everyone was like, "Oh my god," and it's like they recognize it, but we don't because we see ourselves every day. So just celebrate, and you realize, and you definitely have. So I love that. All right. So that is what they have for you, my dear. And then Maria, thank you for she has returned. So thank you for your donation via Z PayPal. So let's take a look here and see what else. So what would Walter like to tell you today, if he could? Does he think of you when you're not hanging out in any time frame? And him will be going out as a couple. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Let's see if they'll what they'll give you on that there. Okay. All right. So, what would you like to tell you today? Knight of Hearts, movement of emotion. So he would like to tell you, like, yeah, my emotion's growing. My emotion is, flowing, and um, there's a lot of emotion there, um, that I don't communicate, but that I want to move on, but I can't quite yet. Uh, so, emotional movement, definitely, they wish they could tell you, but I feel like I feel like they tell you some, but they still hold back because they're like, um, it's not fair, to put all that out there yet and to move and to tell you this and not be able to move on it and do anything on it because I feel I want to be out of my situation before I do any of that stuff, any movement. So I like that. It's like, oh, I get it. Does he think of you when you're not hanging out? No, not at all. Yeah, out of sight, out of mind. I'm just kidding. You're like, what? Yeah, two of swords. He closes his mind. The two of it's like the crossroads, right? I feel like he goes back to life when he goes into his head, closes his eyes, it goes to his heart. He thinks of you. He does. Got the six of scepters, the six of wands coming in with that too, which is equal attraction. So yeah. Do you think about him when you guys aren't together? Well, yeah. Then know that he does the same thing. I like this. But temperance, balance, patience comes in here too. It's the going back and forth between the two cups. It's evolving into gold each time. It's just keeps on quickly changing to gold. So just know that they do, and that they do. Any time frame on when you guys would be together as a couple? Yeah. So we've got here the as a couple, like as an official couple, you got the movement with the six of swords and the nine of swords, letting go of some fears and some transformation. But this six and this nine, I'm seeing like the Cancer sign. You know how it's like this and it's like this, and Cancer season is when. Because it's let's see, Cancer comes after Gemini, right? And Gemini is like May 20th to 6/20, so that's 6/20 to 7/20. So that seems way far away. But but I feel like it's, you know, oh, cycles of the moon. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I was like, what are you guys meaning? Think I need to eat. My brain's starting to go. But the moon, like cycles of the moon in the perfect cycle. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're like the moon, you just have to trust the cycle. Trust the cycles of the moon. It'll happen in its perfect timing. It's like, really? But that's what they have. They're like, nope, nope, nope. The when is your what do they call it? When um it's your uh, challenge, your I forget what they call it, but it's your the struggle. It's the one thing I struggle with is timing and patience, right? Yeah. And they got acceptance, which says, "You may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you're being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path." I don't feel like that. I think the message is accept the time, accept the seasons, accept that um, it will unfold perfectly for you, and to trust the timing, trust the timing. All right, so that's what they have for you, Maria. Thank you for your additional donation. I love those for you. All right, so that was it for the donations. So now I'm gonna finish up my YouTube channel members. Are the names in green with the badge. So I'm gonna do their free readings, which will be shorter. They're 1 to 2 cards. And then if I don't have any other donations or any other YouTube channel members um, asking for free readings, then I will be closing down the session. I will be back tonight, though, at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for the opportunity for more free readings. I didn't get to any of the regular free readings in this session. And then tomorrow, if you come back, I do have from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mountain Time if you put your question in. Sundays are unique in that I always come back on after my Praying Mantis session and my eating to come back to finish out all readings. So you'll definitely get a message tomorrow if you come back during that time. If you've been trying, you can definitely try again tonight as well. All right. So let's take a look here. So Moonlight. Well, you're welcome for your reading yesterday. You fell asleep as per usual. That's all right. Okay, and then here's your free reading. Your free question is, what comes out for the upcoming week? Okay, very good. Let's take a look here. So this upcoming week, what do they want you to know? What outcome do they want you to know about next week? What heads up or information? All right. I like this. There is some letting go here of the full card is ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new adventure, free of a lot of restriction. And that 7 of spikes is the deception, is lies, is untruths that have cheated you out of things in the past. So this could be both of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have restricted you and cheated you out of things in the past, but other people, it could be as well. Like something comes to light that just frees the air, cleans the air, allows this new adventure, this restart, this opening that comes in. And I like this freedom feeling that comes in of let bygones be bygones. I'm letting old things fall away. I'm changing my story and I'm ready for this new adventure. I'm just letting go of a lot of mental energy that's been focused on things in the past. And I just feel like there's this freedom and opening that comes in with that. So feels very good regarding work. Oh, it's about work. You didn't even ask about work, but it came in as work. So it evidently has to do with work. All right, interesting. But that's what's coming in there for you, Moonlight. So that's your free reading. Thank you again so much for your donation earlier. Right. Did that. And then Nelia Medeiros, thank you for your donation earlier. And your free reading was, how will Erica's party go for you this evening as you're going on your own? Your coworkers ditched except for you. All right. Hey, do I have to worry about what your coworkers are going to think now? Party time. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. So, how will Erica's party go for you since your coworkers have ditched? All right. Wow, I like this. So you've got the I like this. Yeah, the 8 of coins, 8 of pentacles is abundance and movement and overflowingness and transformation. I like it. It's a very positive, flowing, you know, kind of adventurous kind of evening. It feels like, the blood, the sweat, the tears, it's worth the effort and going because there's abundance that comes from it. I like the 5 of wands, the transformation. Here's Scorpio energy, but the 5 of scepters, the 5 of wands is like drama. It's movement from drama. And I feel like with your coworkers not going, there's going to be a lot less drama. And I feel like you're going to enjoy yourself a lot more because of that. So I like that. It seems like it's going to be a fun night, because you're you get to be you and not worry about coworkers and the coworker, office drama and stuff coming into. So I like that. So have fun, have a blast, be you, and look at it as a blessing. You know, is what I feel. So that is what they have there for you. Many blessings. Okay, and we already did that one. That was your reading there. Just make sure I'm not missing anyone here. There's a lot of green altogether. Hey. Okay, so we did that one. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you guys for your patience. I'm just scrolling down, looking through all the green, making sure. Wow, I'm awfully close to the microphone again. Sorry if that was loud. All right. And then Sean G, I thought I saw your name there. Okay. All right. So, Sean G, you will be the last, I believe, here. Yeah. What do the different color badges mean? Um, so it's all about time. Like the first one is like my little it's a little my logo is the first month. Second month is red, and then um third month, I think third month is yellow. I think, and then it's like, I don't know. If you look at the when you go into the memberships and you look at Zen Cricket, it has what each of those mean, and I have it somewhere. But they follow the chakras, and it like jumps up really quickly though. It's like second month is this, third month is this, and 6 months is this, and then it's year, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. So that's what the different badge colors mean. I can find it for you eventually. But let's get your what spirit wants you to know right now, Sean G. All right. So what we got coming in here. All right. Yeah, I feel like here you've got on these two cards came out together with the High Priestess and the Four of Spikes. Peace of mind that you find in stepping back from the chaos of the world, going to your High Priestess temple, connecting to the higher realms, looking behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions, really interacting with spirit is brings you this calmness, this meditative state. It's like it's an important thing for you to, it's like you're being called away to sit with spirit, to sit in like getting out of your mind and into your energy. And it brings some amazing energy in for you and awareness, because then you get them the magician, um, which is, I just feel like there's this divine power, and that you got both the ace, I mean the one and the two of the major arcana, which is the divine masculine, divine feminine, and then sitting in the divine feminine, and then bringing in your divine masculine energy, and this balance is what brings you to the Empress, which brings you to creativity, that brings you into birth and abundance and harvest and sensuality, but creative expression that comes in with it too. And so they're like, take a step out and come in, spend some time with us. Like you're being asked, there's like a special invitation from spirit to go sit with them for a while. And because they've got some things to show you that will put your mind at ease and encourage you with a new passion, new drive, new energy to bring those two together, because that's what happens with the divine masculine and feminine, when they balance, the creativity comes in. It's like the birth of a child, the birth of a project, the birth of something new that comes in. So I love that for you. And that is what they have for you. So I like that. So many blessings to you. Um, oh, okay. And I just saw your question. No, I obviously didn't get to because I just got to you now. So you're like, duh, I get that now, brother. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And sorry for all the free readings that I did not get to. You can come back tonight, like I mentioned. I'll be on from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. There'll be an opportunity for free readings. Donations get priority, and then my YouTube channel members. So if you're interested in a YouTube channel membership, I have Zen Cricket at $2.99 a month. Also have my Praying Mantis at $7.99 a month. And let me see here. Let me repost this here too. Nope, that's wrong. Next Saturday, uh, on the first of the month, YouTube gives me 10. I'm like 10 um, of my Zen Cricket memberships to give away. And so I do give those away 5 in the morning session on Saturday and 5 in the evening. You just have to have your um, gifting membership set to on. So if you don't know how to do that, this video is a little one I made that shows you how to make sure you have it selected to on. And then so I give away those, and you have access. Some of my winners do come in, and they get the benefits of the memberships. But Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month. It gives you access to my Wednesday, and so we do have that 2-hour session there. That's for all my YouTube channel members, Praying Mantis and Zen Cricket. And then on Thursdays, my Praying Mantis members get an additional 2-hour session. And then on Friday and Saturday nights after my sessions, I have an hour. And then Sunday, we have an hour too. So there's a lot of that, energy or the access and that you get with those two. There's a link down below that takes you to that where you can sign up for that if you wish. And I also offer personal readings and other. There's also a link down there in the description box that takes you to, I give past life readings, relationship readings, birthday readings, do some energy work, and other things. So those are all listed there if you're interested as well. I think that's it. All right. I'm going to go eat, and I'll be back here in a few hours. So thank you guys again for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support, and all your patience in getting to readings. I am so glad you're here. And remember, every second of every day of our lives, that we truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon. Oh, yep, Maria, I did get you earlier. It would have been, actually, it was the one right before. So that's where it was coming in. All right. So maybe, sorry, let me just make sure. Ert. Okay, no. Just want to make sure someone didn't donate here at the last second. All right, everybody. Love you much. We'll see you soon.